loved by millions.
Yo 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 guys, balik lagi sama gue Fendi di live streaming YouTuber Cepu. Waduh, apa kabar guys? Kita kembali lagi dengan live streaming launching produk-produk HP. Tapi ya sejauh ini kayaknya gue baru launching cuman Xiaomi Poco doang. Kayaknya kita mesti mulai, sama Apple deh. Kayaknya kita mesti mulai melebarkan sayap nih. Kira-kira produk launching apa lagi guys yang mesti kita kepoin, kita nonton barengin sama-sama di live streaming ini guys. Coba komen ya, kira-kira brand apa nih yang mesti kita nobar nonton bareng selain Xiaomi, Poco, sama Apple. Komen. Oke, sebelumnya gua pengen sapa teman-teman tercinta dulu nih. Ada siapa aja di sini? Oh, Samsung kemarin juga pernah tuh. Iya, Amar. Halo, ada Ahli Kubur, ada Agus, ada Tommy Melo, ada Samuel Gondo, ada Ardis, ada Brian Wen. Halo, ada Andrian, Erwandi. Halo Erwandi, ada Arif. Ada Lukman, ada Clown, ada Raiden. Oh, ada panjang banget. Dylan Kiss, Arya, akun YouTube Premium, Suhendra, Aswir, Fartur. Halo Fartur. Terus ada siapa lagi tuh? Banyak banget. Komarudin, ada Anak Harum, ada Muhammad Rizal, ada Zekap. Aduh, loncat. Aduh. Oh, ada Lord Reza nih. Halo Lord Kang Reza. Yang nggak mau dipanggil Lord nih kayaknya. Halo Arya. Waduh, udah 4 bulan aja ya Arya ya. Thank you yang udah BTW ya, buat kalian yang mau join supaya bisa lebih kelihatan nih chat kalian warna hijau, kalian bisa join aja membershipnya YouTuber Cupu. Murah saja, cuman 10.000 per bulan. Halo Anak Harum, iya gua subscriber setia lu YouTuber Cupu. Thank you. Terus ada Bagus, ada Raiden, ada Denny, Kevin Pung, Komarudin, Faiz, Raiden Mei lagi. Terus ada Junaidi Lunardi, Firmansyah, halo. Stalfok ke F4 GT kata Kang Reza nih. Samuel Christian, Hitam, Aswir, Raiden, Andrians, David Su, Junaidi lagi, Opsi, Mega, Murasame. Halo guys, apa kabar semuanya? Dan sekali lagi gue cuma mau minta sorry ya. Sebenarnya gue juga bingung nih karena bentrok sama waktu jam kalian sholat nih ya. Dan ini sebenarnya bukan gue yang mau sih, karena gue ngikutin launchingnya si Xiaomi aja, dia pas jam segini launchingnya. Jadi ya udah kita ngikut aja. Terus buat teman-teman yang belum like live streaming ini, bisa tolong bantuin gue buat like ya guys ya. Kita coba nih mendekati live streamingnya Xiaomi nih. Sekarang ada 2.000 apa 3.000 yang nonton di live streamingnya mereka. Ayo dong kalian share nih live streaming ke teman-teman kalian yang lagi nonton global. Tarik-tarikin aja ke sini aja, sama aja kok. Dan lebih enak nih gue temenin. Dan bukan mungkin sih, nanti gue sedikit gue coba translate atau artiin ke kalian nih. Karena kemungkinan ini bahasa Inggris apa Cina ya, mati gue. Kalau bahasa Cina gue juga kagak ngerti guys. Semoga bahasa Inggris ya, paling nggak ada teksnya, jadi gue juga bisa ngerti nih maksudnya gimana. F4 versus F3 kapan bang? Ini gue lagi baru kelar tes, sekarang gue lagi bikin skripnya. Semoga 1-2 hari udah bisa gue sajin ke kalian. Tenang aja. Ini gue bakal menarik banget, karena gue khusus bandingin cuman 3 apa 4 topik aja nih, dari performance, gaming, kamera, sama baterai. 4 hal utama itu yang bakal gue bahas di duel antara Poco F4 sama F3. Jadi tungguin aja ya, bakal banyak informasi berharga banget di sana. Kayak gue lakuin mini tawuran chipset, kayak misalnya gue jalanin tes Antutu 6 kali, terus streaming YouTube, terus stress test. Nah nanti dari 2 HP itu gue lihat samping-sampingan, terus kita lihat baterainya berkurang berapa dan hasilnya kayak gimana. Suhunya juga nanti gue kasih tahu ke kalian. Oh belum azan ya Arya ya? Sabar. Untuk Realme GT Neo 3T-nya, sayangnya gue masih belum dapat HP-nya ya. Tapi gue lagi usahakan nih, kalian semoga aja gue bisa dapat nih Realme GT Neo 3T-nya. Kalau dapat nanti gue bakal bandingin sama Poco F4. Atau kalian bisa bantu-bantu toel-toel Realme Indonesia nih, bilang kasih pinjem dong ke YouTuber cupu nih, biar bisa dibandingin. Karena di Singapura belum dijual ya. Realme itu di Singapura agak telat guys, ininya nggak kayak di Indonesia duluan sih. Kalau Xiaomi Poco itu baru bisa duluan di Singapura. Oke, apa kabar semuanya? Jangan lupa bantuin gue buat like live streaming ini dulu ya guys. Terus, Bang kapan tawaran chipsetnya? Tadi gue baru jelasin. Nanti sabar ya. Aduh sorry. Di versus Poco F3 sama F4 nanti gue lakuin mini tawaran chipset juga di sana. Jadi kalian tungguin aja. Oke, ada siapa lagi di sini? Kapan sih di Indonesia Xiaomi Bang? Hah? Kenapa nih Fahrul Rozi? BTW, harusnya bentar lagi udah mau mulai ya. Tinggal semenit lagi. Yuk kita mulai ganti ini aja. Ganti kamera. Nah, ini dia. Gue pengen lihat suaranya ada apa enggak. BTW guys, kalian tolong kasih tahu ya gimana suaranya. Bentar, gua ngetes dulu suaranya. Mungkin background suaranya juga gua iniin. Ayo guys, ajak teman-teman kalian racunin yang nonton di Xiaomi Global, suruh nonton di channel ini aja guys, biar rame guys. Caranya gampang, cara supaya bisa menarik orang-orang itu dengan cara kalian bantu likes live streaming ini ya. Karena makin banyak likes-nya, nanti YouTube lebih memperluas lagi nih ke banyak orang. Atau mungkin kalian spam aja, wah nonton di YouTuber cupu. Jangan deh, jangan. Ayo, kita udah mulai ya.
Welcome to today's launch event. This is Xiaomi Technology Strategic Upgrade launch event. This is our first strategic upgrade launch event. So let's talk about imagery first. Over the
Gua
years,
tes suara dulu,
has
pas apa
invested
enggak?
greatly on imagery. We have a lot to show for. Looking back in 2017, we established our camera division.
Suaranya pas nggak guys? Coba kalian.
We have 5 domestic R&D center.
Suara gua sama suara ini pas nggak kedengaran?
1,500 engineers in camera division, plus our AI image lab and
Pas ya? Oke, thank you yang udah kasih tahu. Ada Ahmad, ada Ardi, ada Razik, ada Clown, anak Harum, Andrian. Ada yang bilang nggak pas, ada yang bilang pas. Oke, thank you. Pas ya, sip.
And we made GN2 with Samsung.
Oke ya, kalau udah gue fokus nonton, sekalian artiin buat kalian nih.
We have 120 telescope lens. So we have a lot to show for on camera.
Absen udah tadi.
Speaking of this, all competitors pride themselves in high DxO marks.
Bang, kacangnya mana? Kacang apaan?
It is a French
Halo
camera
Reski.
testing institute.
Copyright harusnya enggak sih?
We decided to meet and beat our rivals on DxO marks. We want to be able to compete with them.
Nih, dia lagi
on
ngomong
DxO mark.
mereka lagi bekerja sama dengan perusahaan kamera. Dan ini dia kasih tahu sejarahnya. Dari itu tuh kalian bisa lihat tuh tentang DxO mark-nya juga. Tuh, dari CC9 Pro sampai 11 Ultra, core-nya tinggi-tinggi nih. DxO mark.
After we were on top of the DxO mark for many times, we are very proud. But
katanya dia
photography lovers
cukup bangga dengan hasil DxO mark-nya.
as the best camera phone.
Sebagai the best camera phone ya, HP kamera.
Reflection on ourselves and in-depth market survey. Based on that, we decided to upgrade our imagery, strategy, and camera.
Kata dia lebih upgrade lagi dari sisi kameranya.
We have a big move.
Oh, dia kasih
It's
tahu
the strategic partnership with Leica.
partnership yang sangat strategik dengan Leica ya. Ini yang kalian tunggu-tunggu nih guys.
Many would ask, are they just lending their name to you? Is that all to your strategy? No. Working with Leica is a big milestone in our strategy upgrade.
Partner dengan Leica ini salah satu
Isn't that
titik yang
just
cukup
slapping their logo on your products?
milestone yang cukup baik ya buat mereka nih.
It's just a marketing gimmick.
Dan ini nggak cuman gimmick doang ya kerja sama dengan Leica dia bilang.
This is an understatement.
Leica.
Underestimated our depths of collaboration and our determination to upgrade our camera. And I'd like to talk about Leica for a while. Many of you might have heard Leica before. To tell your story,
Jadi dia sempat bilang katanya banyak yang kayak meng-underestimate gitu, menyepelekan partnership ini kayak gimmick-gimmick doang, tapi sebenarnya mereka benar-benar ini nih melakukan sesuatu dengan partnership dengan Leica juga nih.
is Leica the best camera ever made?
Kayaknya mereka benar-benar serius nih sama partnership dengan Leica-nya guys.
And I did some research myself. Leica is a century-old brand. Its history is the history of photography itself. They invented
Jadi buat
portable
yang nggak
camera,
tahu konteksnya,
and they recorded the most
jadi
important
mereka si
milestones
Lei
of
Jun ini ngomong pakai bahasa
photography
Cina, cuman ternyata ada yang dubbing juga cewek pakai bahasa
history. They
Inggris
are
nih.
definitely the photography legend brand. I dusted off my old camera and purchased some new devices and
Jadi si Lei Jun sendiri nih
photography.
cobain langsung kamera si Leica dan dia pelajarin. Jadi si Lei Jun ini bener-bener melakukan research sendiri juga loh sama kamera Leica-nya loh. Tuh, itu fotonya dia tuh si Lei Jun kayaknya lagi pakai kamera Leica.
I only took the class for a very short
Gila
period
ya,
of time,
top
and I do
orang
not
yang
have
paling
a deep
tinggi pun
understanding of photography.
melakukan
But
research
through
juga
a
loh.
short learning, I had epiphany.
Tapi kayaknya setahu gue si Lei Jun ini backgroundnya emang dia dari orang
Is
teknis ya kalau nggak salah ya.
of technology and humanity.
Bener-bener apa
It's
researcher
a
gitu
place
kayak
where
si Steve Jobs
technology
gitu lah
and
sih.
humanity meet to produce good imagery. Technology alone is not enough. You have to be steeped in the photography culture. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Yi Yan, the general
ada
manager
siapa nih?
of
Dr. Yi
Xiaomi
Yan.
camera division.
Oh nih General Manager Xiaomi kamera divisi kamera dari Xiaomi nih yang pegang si cewek ini nih.
Hi everyone, a great honor to be here and tell you about our strategic upgrade. Essentially, the upgrade is about the shift of focus to putting experience first. So what
Oh
is
jadi dia
experience
fokus
our users
dari ini
are
sebenarnya
looking
juga
for?
memperhatikan kayak
I'd like to show you
pengalaman
some
memakai
photos.
foto. Jadi nggak cuman gambarnya yang bagus aja, tapi experience-nya memakai foto di sini. Mungkin lebih ke UI atau gimana kali.
All parents know children are not the most cooperative subject when it comes to photo taking.
Widih.
But every moment of their childhood
Yukk.
is so memorable, and we all want to capture the memorable moments. For example, this one. Hearing your voice, the kid and the
Ada apa
dog
ini?
stick their
BTW gue
little heads
kagak
out
kagak
at the
sempet
same
liatin
time.
chat kalian ya. Gue
The light
fokus
in
nih.
their eyes, their
Jadi
innocence,
translator nih.
are the most beautiful sight in the world.
Intinya mereka benar-benar
And
menangkap
this one,
momen.
we don't know who he is, but we can sense
Kayak dia lagi ngejelasin ada cerita di balik gambar-gambar ini nih tuh dia bilang.
we can almost see and feel the sunset and the breeze on his cheek. Life is full of ups and downs. On one day, you work late overtime
Kayak
till
dari
very
gambar-gambar
late.
ini kayak
And it's
sebisa
raining
mungkin
cats and
mencerita
dogs outside.
ada pesan yang disampaikan
You
gitu.
will not know someone took a picture
Kayak misalnya ini
of
lagi
your lonely
hujan.
and weary head.
punya perasaan sendiri, lonely kayak gitu tuh.
Pictures like this are abundant, mostly shared by our users during the market survey. Each and every
Aduh,
photo
kalau ngeliat foto-foto keren gini nih, gue gatel pengen bikin kayak sehari bersama pakai HP ini jalan-jalan kemana-mana, jepret kayak gue udah lakuin di beberapa video sebelumnya nih.
centers around human
Mantap.
and human experience. So our pursuit of imagery does not stop at specs, but how to understand the intention behind each photo through technology
Tuh, dia bilang
and how
ini
to meet
bikin
people's needs.
pengalaman ini nggak cuma spesifikasi aja, tapi kayak tujuan
So we have a
dibalik
new idea.
fotonya itu sendiri, kayak ada story-nya, momen-momennya yang
Discover
ditangkap
a new
dia bilang.
reality on the other side of the lenses. So what is creating, discovering a new reality? Is through optical and digital technology to capture information that beyond the scope of human vision. So how to do it on the other side of the lenses?
Jadi dia
Through the
sebisa
combination
mungkin
of aesthetics
menggabungkan
and
apa ya,
technology,
digital sama
we
optical
produce
yang nggak bisa
picture
ditangkap
in
sama
people's mind
mata orang
that is
biasa
vivid.
gitu. Sebisa mungkin mereka bisa dapetin itu.
Discover new reality on the other side of the lens. By keep exploring the boundary of human vision, we help user to capture the moment in their mind, in their heart,
Ya kalian lihat
and help them
gambarnya aja
express
lah.
themselves to convey love, beauty, happiness.
Ini dia kebanyakan ngomong ini sih, kayak story atau cerita di belakang setiap gambar sih. Nggak ngomongin spesifikasi sama sekali, belum mungkin ya.
It includes imaging system, chips, image processing.
Ini mungkin ya dia kasih tahu tentang komponen-komponen dalam suatu kamera, mungkin kayak ada chip image processing.
First, the imaging system. As you know, photography is the art of light. How to better use light is a task.
Dia bilang
of
fotografi
imaging
it's all about light.
system. It consists of lens,
Fotografi itu sedikit
sensors,
banyak itu tentang
engine, and
cahaya,
multi-lens
about light.
arrays. It acts as human eyes, gathering information. Lays
Dia
a
berperilaku
foundation
sebagai
for a
mata
better
manusia gitu
image
yang menangkap
quality
semua
and
informasi dari sana.
photo
Aduh, gua
taking
kalau
experience.
ceritain kayak begini gue capek banget guys.
The
Mesti
imaging system
fokus
is a
nih.
must.
Baru dengar translate. Gila susah juga ya jadi translator ya.
First,
Apalagi nggak
by
berhenti kayak
developing
begini.
and designing composite sensors, we deliver better
Aduh, cepet lapar nih gue guys.
sensors, clearer picture, and a more superior dynamic range. By using more advanced optical design, we keep innovating on optical structure, coating, and
Oh, dia
sensor
nggak cuman
material.
optical tapi coatingnya, coating lens itu juga mereka perhatiin tuh.
And through highly efficient low coupling engine, we make focusing faster, more stable, and more accurate. All in all,
Sensor size-nya
through
juga,
upgrading imaging system, we can deliver better
focusingnya
optical
juga dibikin lebih
performance and
cepet,
go beyond
lebih akurat.
the information gathered by human vision. To have a better imagery system, we need to also work on image processing.
Image processing juga penting. Jadi maksudnya sesuatu yang diproses di belakang lensa ya.
is in charge of
Image processing.
fusion and coordination of information. This is the Xiaomi AI image
Iya benar kata
solution.
Arya. Kalau dibaca atau didengerin
It
bahasa Inggris
mimics
ngerti,
how
tapi translate
human
susah.
brains and
Gue
neural
2
networks
kali
work.
kerja nih. Jadi
It
maksudnya gue mesti
performs
menangkap
complicated
dulu buat
tasks
translate, terus
in a
gue
coordinated
mesti
way.
kasih tahu
In the
juga nih ke
era
kalian.
of mobile imaging,
Maafkan
the
saya
system
ya,
board.
masih cupu nih
When
menjadi
imaging
translator.
technology upgrades miss some hiccups, this Xiaomi AI image solution has greater potential and will play bigger role in the future.
Terus dia bilang Xiaomi AI ini katanya nanti bakal
Today,
punya peran penting
we
nih ke
present
depannya.
you the upgraded Xiaomi AI image solution 2.0.
Oh,
It's
sekarang
not
udah
just
Xiaomi
about
AI 2.0
the
katanya.
upgrade of software and hardware in solo, but a better, fuller integration between hardware and software.
Ya, itu jadi kombinasi
We make
antara
basic
hardware sama software.
image,
Jadi si AI-nya itu
colors,
ngegabungin antara kedua itu.
Image experience much better. And there are two new modules,
Jadi
optical
membuat
fusion and
kayak
subject
warnanya jadi
detection.
lebih mungkin
The
lebih
synergy
baik
between
kali
the
ya.
two will allow users to capture great moments anytime, anywhere. It can also record a more natural, more true to life, more touching image tone. So this is the
Lebih
two
natural
new
katanya.
directions we're working on. I believe
Bikin warna
this
ya. Kayaknya
will give
lama-lama
new
emang
possibility
emang
to mobile imaging.
Apa? Tuh kan.
All those
Duh,
efforts
gawat nih.
should not
Udah
be
lewat,
limited
gua kelupaan.
to Xiaomi phone. We should share it with the industry. Sharing
Tulisannya
the
apa
technological
lagi?
advancements has always been our goal. So we developed the Xiaomi AI image solution algorithm and make it open source to third parties.
Oh.
So
Jadi tadi yang Xiaomi AI solution itu mereka bikin open source ternyata. Jadi third party orang luar itu nggak tahu, dia bilang mungkin bisa di lebih di enhance atau
To
bisa
produce
dilihat
good
source code-nya
image,
atau gimana tuh?
a technological
Atau bisa di
foundation
improve sama third
alone
party
is not
solution
enough.
maksudnya orang
That
ketiga gitu.
experience in image and R&D, I understand.
Jadi mungkin bisa di
The
custom ROM
foundation
atau
of
apa
image
gitu
is
maksudnya.
aesthetics.
Dengan artinya maksudnya
So we
di apa?
chose
Outsource ya tadi bang.
who has great expertise and influence in image. That is Leica.
Kalau MIUI open source gue kagak tahu ya, tapi ini dia lagi
In
bilang Xiaomi
upgrading our
AI-nya
imagery,
dulu sih.
we reached strategic partnership with Leica.
Intinya buat teman-teman yang suka ngoprek-ngoprek,
Some
nah
people
itu
say
mungkin
that the other brands might
berita baik kali.
define camera, but Leica could define imagery itself. It
Tapi
is fair to
masalahnya
say
guys, kalau
that
kalian
the
lihat, ini
century-old Leica
translate-nya juga
history
agak-agak.
is a history
Kalau
of
kalian lihat teksnya
the
juga agak-agak
human photography.
aneh sih
Now
sebenarnya.
let's watch a short video.
Ini ada video
This is it.
cuplikan,
This
kalian
is
bisa
our
tonton.
world. Our small world, where everything happens. The tears, the smile, the grace, the silence, the progress, the revolution, love, hate, beauty, poetry,
Gue pengen
craziness, loneliness,
cari duit dulu deh,
war,
guys.
the tragedy, the killing, the sparkles,
Mungkin kalau yang
the
mau donasi,
vibes, the music, the
bisa donasi.
hunger, the fear, the dream, the
Cari
irony,
duit,
the little
bahasanya
sins,
kasar
the
banget
power,
sih.
the march, the you and me, the us, the people, the friends, the ones we love and the ones we don't
BTW,
know, and everything else.
kalau
It's
kalian
our
mau donasi
world,
berapapun gue
our
bakal senang,
tiny
tenang aja
world,
nggak apa-apa.
and
Kalau
it
nggak ada,
deserves to be witnessed
paling nggak bantuin gue
because
buat
it's
like
all we've got.
live streaming ini ya guys, buat yang belum. Thank you. Bagus kok hasil-hasilnya tadi. Witnesses. Ada witness, ada yang witness. Aduh, siapa? Apa itu bahasa Indonesianya? Thank you ya buat yang udah like ya.
Watching this video,
Oh, super chat. Oh, ada super chat ya? Boleh coba. Coba dong Arya super chat. Atau siapa yang bisa super chat, coba super chat ya. Gue pengen tahu.
that is exactly the
Kalau
common
nggak usah Saweria, super chat aja cobain deh.
Under the framework of this
Halo, ada Muhammad
unprecedented
Arik Atila
cooperation
nih.
from optical
Apa kabar?
design to the quality
Iya,
of
iya, super chat itu
imagery,
buat donasi
the
juga, Arya
engineers
katanya.
from both companies had a lot of clashes
kalau
of
gitu mah nggak usah
ideas.
Saweria
In
lagi
the
kali ya.
beginning,
Coba
every
dong super
progress we
chat,
made
gue
had to
penasaran
go
guys.
through
Yang kecil-kecil
several
aja,
rounds
gue
of
nggak tahu berapa
arguments.
duit itu
Now
minimal.
both sides have come to a high consensus. Sometimes we could unanimously
Belum
come to the
ngomongin
same
chipset,
conclusion
baru ngomongin
and
kamera.
selection. With unprecedented, profound cooperation, we have blazed a new trail and ushered in a new chapter. And you're gonna see it. I believe you would all exclaim that this is the defining moment, the new era.
Ah, apaan tuh? Tuh udah teriak-teriak. Apa Eropa? Ada apa dengan
To
Eropa?
simplify the professional photography is the common dream of Xiaomi and Leica. We are honored to join hands with the century-old Leica so that the professional photography and smartphone photography could be innovatively combined to usher in a new chapter of smartphone photography.
Jadi dia mengkombinasikan antara yang fotografi beneran sama fotografi dari kamera nih.
And make breakthroughs to bring about better quality imagery products. That is my part about Xiaomi image solution. Now let's give the floor back to Mr. Lei.
Supaya memberikan
Thank you,
kualitas
Madam
yang lebih baik katanya.
Discover a new reality on the other side of the lens.
Wah, thank you ya. Siapa nih? Ada
That's
Cak
the new
Nonem.
imagery
Thank you Cak
solution
Nonem.
of
Ada
Xiaomi.
Nova. Mujianto, thank you.
After the strategic upgrade of our
Hasbi, thank
imagery
you.
solution,
Halo.
we have
Ini ya,
a
gue lihat kan di sini IDR 10.000 ya. Tapi kalau gue sekilas lihat ya, IDR 10 juta.
this new
Wah, thank you ya SYUD ya buat donasinya. Thank you. Alif, thank you ya Halif ya.
Our
Yang udah
results.
donasi.
The series
Sama
belongs
super
to
chat,
the flagship
sama apa ini
products
namanya?
of imagery.
Thank you.
You may not know
Udah
that
gue udah
the
ngerti kok, udah tahu.
starting point of imagery. Imagery is a very complex processing of pictures and videos. Taking photos or videos are highly demanding in terms of the computational power. So a good imagery requires a strong CPU, GPU, and
Dia bilang
processing
katanya dalam
capabilities.
memproses foto
and so
sama
on.
video itu juga
Indeed.
membutuhkan CPU, GPU yang
Before we
bagus.
enter into the part about imagery, let's talk about the processor and chipsets first.
Nih dia lagi
This
mau
time,
ngomongin prosesor
Xiaomi
sama chipset
12S
nih.
series have worked with the latest
Di
chipset
12.
from Qualcomm,
Tuh, katanya
flagship
dia pakai Snapdragon 8
8
Plus.
Plus Gen 1 chipset.
Weh, kita mesti
Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1
halo Emfoy,
has
thank
a
you ya
plus in it.
buat
On top of
joinnya.
Snapdragon 8,
Ayo yang
it's
belum
low
join bisa
profile,
join
but
guys.
actually it's a
Murah
big
10.000
leap
aja.
forward.
Thank you.
So, what's being upgraded?
4 nanometer.
First of all, it adopts the most cutting-edge processing technology within less than
Ini chipset
100
terlatest dari Snapdragon
square.
ini ya.
It has 10 billion transistors,
Ya,
so
dia bilang
it
ada
boasts high
10
performance and energy consumption
miliar
performance.
transistor.
So, what is the performance of flagship Snapdragon 8
Aduh, ini
Plus
gue
Gen
nggak
1 chipset?
usah translate
The
lah ya guys ya.
CPU
Kalian
has
lihat sendiri
been
aja lah itu.
increased
Kira-kira
by 10%
CPU
to
mungkin meningkat
have
10%
primary
dari yang
frequency
Gen 8
3.2,
biasa. GPU meningkat 10%
and
juga
GPU has
dari
been
yang
increased by
8 ke 8
10%
Plus.
as well. Maybe it's not vivid enough with the numbers. Now
Ya betul,
let's
kata Kim
have a
Jong-un
benchmark
4
scoring.
nanometer bikinan
I once
TSMC ya dia ya.
asked online about whether such a benchmark score is necessary. Some netizens say that it's a tradition from Xiaomi, so you have to do it. But as to the final score, it doesn't matter. If that is the case, let's do this. Okay. Now let's look at Xiaomi 12S and 12S
Nah, ini
Pro
angka apa nih?
scores. They have exceeded 1.1 million score. That's
Antutu
very
kali
strong
ya, harusnya ya.
capability. Speaking of
1 juta.
benchmark score, I remember that one
Benchmark
dozen years
harusnya
ago,
Antutu sih
whenever
nih.
we started the
1,1
scoring,
buat yang Pro,
all our
1
audience were very
jutaan buat
enthusiastic.
yang
And now,
12S biasa.
this Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chipset has even stronger performance. But people are curious about these new questions coming together with this new technology. Allow me to explain. With the same
Jujur gue
processing,
penasaran sih yang
the higher the performance, the higher the energy
yang
consumption.
12 sama
So the more
12S
heated
itu
it
bedanya
will
apa
be.
aja? Yang
It's a
satu
simple
pertama kita
logic.
udah
I don't
ketahuan
know
itu
if you
chipsetnya
get it.
ya. Chipsetnya
higher
itu
performance
tadi kalau
leads to
kalian lihat yang satu
higher
8
heat.
Gen biasa
If
sama
it's
8 Gen Plus nih. Cuman nggak tahu yang lain-lainnya
tabletop
nih.
or
Leica tadi mungkin
a
partnershipnya juga beda.
laptop, it's easier. But if it's a cell phone, you have to grip it in the daytime all around. So when it's heated, our consumers may complain. So the flagship benchmark score may not be the focal point of our consumers because it's more theoretical. So today we are going to present you a more important indicator.
Tuh, dia bilang sebenarnya kayak angka-angka ini nggak terlalu penting sih guys. Cuman yang lebih penting itu penggunaan real life-nya itu loh.
It's called energy efficiency.
Nah, dia punya yang namanya energy efficiency itu.
The so-called energy efficiency refers to the performance released under the same energy consumption or the energy
Beli nggak bang 12S-nya?
consumed
Kemungkinan
on the
sih.
basis of same performance. So it is highly
Sekarang yang gue
relevant
kepikiran sih yang
to
12S
DOU
Ultra-nya sih. Mungkin
for a
emang udah pasti sih gue
high-end
penasaran
flagship
pengen coba. Cuman
product.
12S
In
yang lainnya
addition
gue
to
nggak tahu deh.
performance,
Coba lihat dulu ya.
energy efficiency is the most important
Kata Fartur, yang penting
because
user
it will
experience sebenarnya.
determine
Tuh.
the actual performance enjoyed by our users. If it has high performance but it's highly heated, you may not prefer to use it.
Arya mungkin ukuran
So this
layarnya
time,
beda.
Snapdragon
Coba
8
kita
Plus
lihat ntar
Gen
ya.
1 has made breakthroughs in not only performance but more importantly, stunning in terms of energy efficiency. Now let's look at some pair
Nih, mereka
of
lagi lihat
figures.
energi yang
CPU
dikonsumsinya
has
nih.
increased by
Efisiensinya.
16.7% under the same power consumption. But the power consumption has been decreased by 33%. GPU increased by 11%. Energy consumption decreased by 30%.
Konsumsi
That is
dayanya
alarming.
berkurang sekitar 30% dia
I
bilang.
once talked with the engineers from Qualcomm. It's not just a simple improvement. It's like another generation of upgrade. So what can you do with the next generation since this one is already a big leap forward? So that's about the results of Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. And it's beyond our imagination.
33%,
Together
30%
with Qualcomm,
peningkatannya.
we established a co-engineering lab. We also developed a Xiaomi dynamic performance calibration technology. With the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chipset, Xiaomi 12S has generated better performance. You
Performanya
may
lebih
not
baik
care
katanya.
enough about the score.
Di
Now
8
let's try the
Plus.
games. Those are the top examples. Take Honor of Kings as an example. If we play it for 30 minutes at a frame rate of 120,
30 menit
the highest
main,
temperature is 41.5%.
FPS rata-rata 118.
41.5 Celsius degrees with a power consumption of 4.5
Itu ada Genshin Impact.
watts.
Waduh, serius lu
With 59.9
Genshin Impact
FPS, the
59.
maximum temperature could reach 46.3
Gue nggak tahu sih itu
Celsius degrees and a power
settingannya
consumption
apaan.
of 5.5 watts. Those numbers are quite professional to the users, but you have to know that that is already the summit of smartphones.
Mungkin ada yang bisa baca nggak tuh?
If you don't feel a thing
30
with the
menit,
numbers,
30-nya kan 30
now
menit.
we have more.
Cuman settingannya apaan tuh?
That's about the DOU. Previously, when we talk about DOU, we may say 4,500 mAh battery
Ini
or
kayaknya butuh kita
5,260
tenang,
mAh.
guys.
Of course,
Kita bakal
DOU is relevant
tendang
to
orang
the
ini.
batteries, but DOU is related to a lot more. Before 1 year ago, when we tried our experience, we decided that we can not only talk about how big the size of the battery is, but rather whether the battery is good enough for our users, because that matters to the consumers. So we established our DOU model. The
Ini lagi
Xiaomi
ngomongin
DOU
baterai nih.
model simulates one-day experience of our users. For example, what do they do in 1 day's time? If the result is over 1, that means the cell phone could last for 1 day. And we require all
Ini dia
our
juga
cell
sempat
phones to have
ngomong
a
tolak
DOU of
ukurnya itu kayak
over 1 day.
penggunaan real life ya.
let's
Dalam
introduce
sehari itu
the
bisa tahan nggak
DOU model from
baterainya dari suatu HP tersebut.
With our mass-produced cell
Nah, ini
phone model,
mereka harusnya bisa hire,
I took a
bisa
glimpse
minta
of our
YouTuber cupu buat
DOU
ngelakuin
performance.
sehari bersama
And
Xiaomi 12S nih.
I was taken aback. And I
Ngarep.
couldn't be composed.
Cuman nanti disuruh ngomong
for a
pakai
very
bahasa
long time.
Cina, aong
And
aong
I
dia.
exclaimed, I will skip the words I said. So, why was I so stunned? There is a word in my mind. In English, it's amazing. So, how amazing is the DOU? Compared to the last generation of Xiaomi cell phone, of course, those last generation products could last over 1 day. Xiaomi 12 has a DOU of 1.07 days. Xiaomi 12S
tuh Xiaomi 12 dengan Snapdragon 8 Gen 1-nya itu bisa bertahan 1,07 hari. Kalau 12S 1,24 hari.
DOU. To put it another way, we don't need 4,500, we need only 3,600 AH. When we are making cell phones, people used to complain about the C battery, about putting in the battery. So people matter more now about the DOU instead of the size of the battery.
Nah, dia bilang juga sekarang tuh mereka lebih fokus daripada lu pusingin, wah mAh-nya kecil nih, cuma 4.000 atau berapa. Tapi sebenarnya lu mesti sekarang fokusnya itu sebenarnya HP-nya itu bisa bertahan berapa lama gitu. Jadi jangan terlalu difokusin tentang spek kayak begitulah intinya.
Now let's compare Xiaomi 12 Pro. It can last for 1.01 day. Xiaomi 12S Pro has a DOU of 1.22 days.
Tuh kalau 12 Pro 1,01, kalau 12S Pro 1,2 berapa tuh tadi?
Now let's compare 12S Ultra. Xiaomi 11 Ultra has a DOU of 1.04 days. Xiaomi 12S Ultra registers a DOU of 1.24 days.
Sekitar 20% ya, harusnya kan? Lebih baik.
With those DOU numbers, no matter what you do on your cell phone could last for over 1 day, no matter how many videos
Intinya
you watch
bisa
or how long you
melewati
play the
lebih
game.
dari sehari dia bilang.
It's good enough.
Jadi sekarang begitu ya guys, mereka fokusnya tolok ukurnya sekarang pemakaian
Xiaomi 12S has a
real
strong
life-nya nih.
DOU capability.
Sama seperti
Some people
yang
may argue this is only a
channel,
lab
ada tuh
data.
channel yang namanya
Do you
YouTuber
dare to
cupu sering
compare with
bikinin
iPhone?
video-video sehari bersama guys.
Actually, we did. Our team benchmarked with iPhone. What
Kalian
did we
harus bangga
test?
guys, channel ini
We
sudah
didn't test
melakukannya
the
nih
DOU model.
jauh-jauh hari nih,
It's too
video-video
confusing
kayak
and
begitu.
professional.
Siapa yang
Let's
spam?
play
Siapa
real.
yang spam? Siapa?
Let's
Kasih tahu gua
compare
siapa yang
the short
spam.
videos. We fully charge
Raiden?
the two cell phones. There's the same
Raiden,
level
Raiden Mei,
of
halo.
brightness. And at
Kalau
the
nyepam
same
lagi
point,
gua
we
ini
keep
ya.
watching the TikTok games. So,
Raiden bisa
we
ya,
did it
jangan
full,
nyepam lagi ya Raiden
with
ya.
full charge, same brightness, and the same videos.
Oh dia lagi bandingin
on
sama
TikTok.
iPhone nih
Now
sekarang
let's
nih.
see the result.
Oh
For the
sama
iPhone 13, you can see it's 9.7
sama
hours
iPhone 13
from the
9,7
morning
mainin
to the
TikTok nih.
midnight. And for the Xiaomi 12S, it's 12.6 hours.
Gila jauh banget bedanya.
As you can see, the OU improved 30% compared with the iPhone 13.
Ini tapi apa ya hitungannya ya? Per hari apa?
As you can see, one is 9.8, one is 12.3 hours.
Oh jam.
So we were taking the lead.
Ini main TikTok.
As you know that for the iPhone 3
Main
Pro
TikTok
Max
iPhone 13
has
Pro
the
9,8 jam,
utmost
12S Pro tadi
DOU
belasan
is
jam.
the 13.8 hours.
Nah ini
and
kalau
our
Pro
Xiaomi
Max
12S
lebih unggul, tapi emang Pro
Ultra
Max
is
gila sih.
13.3 hours. Is almost the
Ah,
same.
12S
Do you
Ultra
agree with
mereka
that?
udah mulai.
Well, as
itu.
you know that we almost have the same performance in terms of
Padahal
the
belum
DOU.
diituin 12 Ultra.
Talking about this information, you must satisfy with the DOU performance. And moving forward, let's talk
Wah,
about the
SOC main TikTok.
temperature control issue.
Benar juga.
But we have the
Enggak lah,
overheating
Partur.
issue.
Ini kan cuma
Today,
ngetes
I'd like to
doang,
tell you
Tur.
to choose. For today's flagship, if you want to get rid of the temperature issue,
Aduh,
that's
tadi dia
not
ngomong overheat,
the
apa lagi
reality.
gua kelewatan
I
tuh
won't
kan.
tell you that for the Xiaomi 12S, we don't have the overheating issue. And
Nggak
many
ada
users
overheat
say
issue katanya.
that sometimes when we just browse the news or just chatting on the phones
Ini
and
lumayan
just
ya
have the
pengalaman kayak
overheating
gini. Siapa
issue,
tahu gue
we
gagal
didn't
di
play the
YouTube, gue
games.
bisa jadi
So
translator
we are
guys,
also
dari kerjaan
very
lain.
confused, and it's also a tough issue for us. No matter
Jadi YouTuber
what kind of
nggak sukses,
applications
gue
we
jadi
play, for
translator
example,
aja deh.
WeChat or Weibo, and all these super apps. However, they are also overloaded. How to fix that problem? we have been thinking for a very long time. In order to ensure the temperature issue, maybe we can benchmark with the iPhone. Maybe we can achieve better performance than
Gue
iPhone.
nggak jadi translate, maafkan saya ya. Tiba-tiba pikiran gue kemana-mana.
Last year, we set up benchmark with the iPhone. With 6
iPhone
months
ada
efforts, I'm very
benchmark
proud
with
to
the
tell
iPhone
you
with
that
6.
in terms of the overheating issue, we have upgraded in terms of our system.
Ini
We
lagi
carried
ngomongin
out
overheat issue, dia
our
mau
experiment, and
improve.
media friends, you can also test it by yourself when you get the
Mungkin
real
ngomongin
phones.
apa, cooling
For
system
example,
kali
using
apa
the
bukan?
WeChat for
Ini
1
lagi
hour
WeChat,
just for
tes WeChat.
chatting, we compare the Ultra together with the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Browsing
Oh ya,
the
suhu
WeChat
nih.
for 1 hour, our temperature is 29.5 degree, and for iPhone is 31.2 degree.
1,7 derajat Celcius lebih baik ya Xiaomi 12S
Now
Ultra.
let's use the
Ini main
TikTok for
TikTok.
1 hour.
main
And
TikTok
Xiaomi
bisa panas juga ya.
12S Ultra has lowered
33,4 banding 39 derajat nih.
and however we're losing
Ini
the
apa
game
ya?
if you use the Weibo.
Oh,
So here
Weibo.
I think for the Android platform needs all the joint efforts from different applications. So maybe we can gather all the applications to work together to solve the problem of the temperature. And I sincerely want to improve our performance, which is higher than the iPhone. I'd love
Nah,
to share
cuman
with
kalau
you,
Weibo
for the
ini Xiaomi
most of the
12S Ultra lebih
scenarios,
panas ya,
our
dia bilang ya,
score
daripada
is
iPhone 13 Pro
higher.
Max. Beda
However, we
1,9
still
derajat.
have some space to improve in the future.
Dan mereka
And we
mengakui
think that
itu loh,
temperature
hebat
is the
loh.
top
Dan
priority,
dia
and we'll try
mengakui
to
itu dan dia
improve
bilang
it
nanti kita
step
bakal
by step.
improve ke
And
depannya.
maybe after half year, we can reach another milestone.
Mesti gitu
And
sih.
some people say
Maksudnya,
right now in the
menurut gua,
summertime, and we are
It's
now
all
reaching
about
the
trust
35
sih. Maksudnya ya kalau emang
of the
ada kelemahan ya
ambient
kasih tahu
temperature.
aja
So
gitu.
we
Dan
simulate
kalau kasih tahu pun
our
pendukung setianya,
ambient
fans
temperature. As you
setianya
can see,
juga
our
bakal
temperature
iya emang nggak
is
sempurna, tapi gue
39.8
berusaha
degree,
bakal
and iPhone is
perbaiki gitu. Dengan gitu kan
41.3
fans jadi lebih
So we
ada
are still
kepercayaan
better
gitu.
than the iPhone.
Jadi nggak malah ditutup-tutupin sih. Ini sesuatu langkah yang bagus sih
we
menurut gue.
prioritize all the
Weh, halo
details
Ajay.
and to optimize
Komparasi
our
dengan iPhone
experience
13-nya
even
sungguh
better
menarik
than
Xiaomi. Iya
iPhone
Ajay,
in the future.
Ajay SR. Thank you
That
ya
is our
buat
target.
donasinya Ajay.
So these are the information related to the
Teman-teman
flagship
kalau yang
Snapdragon
mau
8 Plus Gen 1
bantuin gua
chipset,
buat beli
which is
susu bayi ya
excellent.
boleh tolong di
As the
ini ya.
12 years strategic
Itu
partnership
ada super
with
chat apa
Qualcomm,
chat donate, donasi
we
ke
have
chat
launched
aja. Nggak usah ke
many mobile
Saweria deh,
platforms. And
ke
for
YouTube
this
aja deh.
one,
Thank you ya.
as you know that the best Snapdragon processor is coming back. Some
kok
of
keluar
the
lagi sih
users
ini
may
si
remind us
Naked
we
HD
still have the
XYZ?
space to be improved in the future. Well, to tell you
Gua
the
hide
truth
user deh.
is that
Gue udah hide, tenang.
people don't believe in
Ya
our
udah gue
promise.
buang tuh.
And let's check out the real performance. By yourself, we welcome all the media friends as well as all the users to come our Mi Home to have a try. And speaking of this, now let's welcome our product manager, Miss Wei Siqi, to
ada
talk to
lagi
us
nih,
about
siapa
the
nih?
Xiaomi S and the Xiaomi S Pro.
Tapi
Let's
keren
welcome.
ya, maksudnya kayak tadi general manager
Thank you so
kamera,
much.
product manajernya cewek-cewek semua
And
loh.
moving forward, I will talk to you
Waduh, masih muda
about the
lagi.
fully upgraded
Cakep
Xiaomi
lagi si
12S.
cicinya nih. Siapa nih nama cicinya?
After fully upgraded, the Xiaomi 12S is a small size and all-round flagship. First of all, it has
All-rounder
inherits
flagship
all
dia bilang.
the merits and advantages of the Xiaomi 12. First of all, it has very good feeling in
desainnya
hand,
ya,
and its body is
yalah.
narrower than
Sama ya,
the
mirip-mirip
iPhone
kayak
base
Xiaomi
model.
12 biasa
Meanwhile,
nggak sih?
it
Lupa
features
gua.
the curved
Desainnya
display
kayak
and
gimana?
body, so
Tapi
you
ya,
feel great,
aman, desain
and we
aman
have the
sih sebenarnya.
impressive grip feeling in one palm. For example, like the girls like me with
Masih
very
pakai
small
ini,
hands,
ukuran
so it's
satu
very easy for
jengkal.
us to find
Satu
impressive
jengkal, satu
gripping
genggaman
feeling
gitu.
with one palm. And it has excellent
Halo
display.
Nurwidi Pratomo, thank you
And
ya
last year
buat
we went
donasinya.
through the display made
Thank you
testing,
semua.
and we have maintained very great results. It set 15
Kalian kalau
new
mau spam
records in
boleh,
terms of
tapi
the
spamnya di
A+
super chat
display
aja ya.
performance rating.
Jangan
And
spam
for
di
this
chat
display,
beginian, chatnya di super
Xiaomi
chat
12
itu tuh,
also shared the
super
same display.
sticker. Jadi tuh
When
spam
we
yang sangat
launch this
dianjurkan.
phone, we afraid that it can be a misunderstanding that small size
Ini
only
sekarang,
fit for the small
ukuran layarnya
display.
nih.
We made a comparison.
12S
Its
sama
screen,
iPhone
its display
13.
has been 8% larger compared with the other.
Intinya
When you
layar yang
receive
Xiaomi
it, we
12S
think it's
ini
the
lebih
perfect
gede,
size.
tapi sebenarnya lebih
But
narrow,
positioning
lebih
it all
ramping.
around flagship to pursue the small size, the good great feeling is a luxury requirement for us.
Lebih oke yang Xiaomi sih menurut gue, yang
people
lebih
may
ramping sih.
underestimate
Kayak
its
si Sony Xperia
efforts
gitu-gitu
has
loh.
been made. And competitors rarely
Chipsetnya
do
Snapdragon
this
8
on
Plus Gen
this
1
flagship because it's too
yang
difficult and costly.
4 nanometer
And
buatan TSMC.
is a huge tough job for our engineers. We need to carry out innovative process, and we also need to invest heavily on the selection of the hardwares.
Apalagi
So
tuh.
this Xiaomi 12S is a unique, precious, small size, all-round flagship. When we launched the Xiaomi 12,
Nih warna nih
its
kayaknya.
appearance was widely appraised by our users. We were so
Kok ada
glad.
lagi sih, perasaan gue udah ilangin ini
And
si
for the Xiaomi
naked ini guys.
12S,
Udah gue
we have
hide loh.
provided you several
Kok masih nongol
colors
terus?
you like. The black color and purple may welcomed by girls. And we also have the green color. And we have a little petty. We don't have the white color previously, but this time we provide you
Mau
another
diituin
color,
dikit
the
ya?
white
Bentar
color.
ya.
And during the pre-warms activities, and we have sent out the pictures for the white version and has been widely praised by our users. Let's have a look. When we working on the Xiaomi 12S, we insist on the concept that the smaller, the higher, the purer, the rarer. As you can see, the whole body is the Snow White, and it's a pure white with a slight purple-like reflection, as you can see.
Bentar. Nah,
And
ini
the
gue udah
whole
naikin nih.
body is made of the anti-glare
Sorry ya.
glass. It can make the whole body very smooth, and meanwhile, it is the fingerprint free.
Oh,
And in
katanya
terms of the
fingerprint free
camera,
nih.
it has the logo of the Leica.
Berarti nggak
It
glossy-glossy gitu deh.
represents it is the Xiaomi Leica co-engineered product. Of course,
Ada
for the
logo
small
Leica-nya di
size
belakang.
and with high performance, it's really difficult. We have at this
Ini yang tadi ya,
powerful
Snapdragon
chipset,
8 Plus.
and the performance has been upgrading
30%.
dramatically. And with such a small size,
Dari sisi ini, dari
We
sisi
have
konsumsi daya.
included large volume of the cooling materials.
Ini
We have
ngomongin
a
cooling
super
sistemnya.
large
Oh, baterainya
VC.
4500
And
guys.
through the
Tapi ingat ya, kayak yang dia bilang
cobalt
tadi tuh,
battery, as you can see, we have the
mereka jangan terlalu liatin angka juga, tapi yang paling penting pemakaian sehari-harinya gitu. Bisa aja kayak iPhone kan kecil tuh mAh-nya, tapi bisa lebih tahan seharian, misalnya kayak begitu. Tuh bisa tahan
When I look
1,24
at the test results, I couldn't believe
hari.
it. I thought it was just a model. We may have some errors. And I have been using it
Oh,
for
masih aja dibilangin
a
udah
long
ya
time. And I
baterai
promise to you,
4500 ya
it has excellent performance. And we
Masalahnya
welcome
kalau
each of
baterainya
the users
digedein nanti
to have a
tebel
real
nanti juga
experience
kalian
and
yah
give our
lagi.
feedbacks.
Maunya apa sih?
Of course, it's in terms of the charging, it has been
Ini chargingnya nih.
has very good performance. We
Ah,
have the
67 watt ya
67
chargingnya ya?
watts wired fast charging, 50 watts wireless fast charging, as well as the 10 watts reverse wireless charging.
Nah, ngomongin kamera
And
nih sekarang.
I believe that you must expect the camera or the imagery. And this is the first product launched by Leica and Xiaomi. And we want to give more people the authentic Leica imagery. Without further ado, let's look at the picture.
Nih, gambar.
This is the first picture or the photo taken by the Xiaomi 12S. I was shocked and I double-checked with my team. Were the photos taken by the Xiaomi 12S? The answer is yes. The photo
Kalian lihat ya,
taken
bisa
on
lihat tuh
our smartphone,
debu di
and the
kaca
answer
mobil
was
ini
still
kelihatan
yes.
juga ya.
And
Cukup
I
detail
was
loh.
impressed a lot by this picture. As you can see, the photo tone is very unique compared with the previous ones. Let's look another one. It's in Shenzhen City. In front of the lighting devices, a boy is playing with balloons. You can see the slightly difference between the balloons and the lightning is quite accurate, and the grain
Itu guys, yang belum like live streaming
and the
ini boleh
tones are
tolongin
very
gue buat like ya,
smooth.
biar lebih
with
banyak lagi
rich
yang
color.
nonton nih YouTube-nya, menyebarkan lebih banyak orang
But my
guys.
favorite is this one. First of all, it is Leica
Buset, itu ada
style.
burung
No
guys.
matter for its quality as well as its subject, is all related to the Leica style. And the most important thing, I believe it is not a pose or the stage photo. It's just a random shots on the street. You can see the flying pigeons or pedestrians walking in a hurry. For this picture, it's fully showing the progress in phototone and our capture capabilities.
Kalian bisa lihat tuh,
I
burungnya masih
believe after
kelihatan
seeing these
oke,
pictures,
terus
you share
backgroundnya
my
orang yang jalan juga
feeling.
masih kelihatan jelas,
It seems
detailnya
that
mantep
those
sih.
shots are different from the
Dan orangnya
previous
naik sepeda
Xiaomi
tuh kalau kalian lihat,
photos,
perhatiin tuh.
and even different from all the
Nah,
shots
pertanyaan
taken by
gue,
other
dia
brands.
dorong
This is the
sepeda apa
feeling
naik
we
sepeda
want to
guys?
grant you.
Gak jelas banget ya pertanyaan gue ya.
We want to give you the Leica's century-old imagery feeling to you. In the past, we have
Iya, Arya,
been
dubbing sama
co-engineered with
subtitlenya
Leica,
beda, makanya
and to
gue
give
juga
you
agak
the
bingung sih.
authentic
Makanya gue mungkin
graphic
lihat gambarnya
style
aja deh.
to our users. We hope that for each of the users, when you use it and take the shots, and when you see this picture, you can praise that this is the defining moment, the new era.
Ya intinya mereka membanggakan hasil kualitas kameranya lah
Of
guys.
course,
Intinya aja gue kasih
to
tahu.
achieve this, we need to spend efforts. To select the hardware, we need powerful ones. For each of the camera lens has been recognized by the Leica
50
professional optical
megapiksel
lenses.
main,
I
ada
particularly want to
OIS-nya,
share with you
IMX
that
707.
we have upgraded the
Together.
Xiaomi 12S all primary cameras to Sony Imx 707, which is an excellent sensor. Well, for the size is 1/1.28, and for the
sensor size-nya
P1
tadi
is
tuh per
2.44
1.28 inch.
No matter during the day or night, you can have a very good quality. For this sensor, let's have a look. Among the Sony sensors, this one is second only to the 1 inch of
Jadi
the
tadi
most
ya, satu
powerful
lagi
sensor.
informasi yang kita dapat,
So,
peningkatan dari Xiaomi 12 ke
brands has been
12S
using
itu
this
dari
sensor?
sisi lensanya.
So we have look at those flagships for the P
Lensanya
series.
lebih baik maksudnya.
We don't have the highest end models. We can compare the flagship models. They have been using the same 766 sensor. Let's look at the made flagship and highest end models. They have been using the IMS 700, almost the same with the 707 sensor. But the 707 has been upgraded. Let's look at the S22 series. You may not be familiar with these two sensors. Let's look at the sensor size. One is 1/156. So as you can see, the Xiaomi
Ini lagi bandingin
12S
sama Huawei
has been using the
50
sensor
Pro.
that usually
Mate
used for
40
the
Pro.
flagship and highest end models. Many
Sama
people know
Samsung punya.
that 707 is an excellent sensor, but why don't they use it? That is because it's too expensive.
These lens alone will
Terus mereka bilang kenapa brand-brand lain nggak pakai karena terlalu mahal.
So in our
Iya nggak sih?
pursuit of good image quality, we are very sincere. This camera also supports OIS 4-axis OIS.
Siapa yang ini? Siapa yang ngerusuh lagi? Kasih tahu gua.
Color gradients. When you look at the light part, the color is fully saturated, and the dark part is also very accurate. In bright setting, the colors look
Aduh,
bright,
si dubbersnya
accurate,
ngomongnya
and rich.
terlalu kecil.
With such a big sensor size, coupled with our all-seeing snapshots and Xiaomi Pro Focus, what kind of experience can we deliver?
Mana sih
In
Fikri?
the past few years,
Fikri salah apa
we
Fikri?
continue to improve the experience. We should not just
Gue lagi
focus
scroll
on
nih.
the image quality experience The daily usage experience is also important.
Nah,
We want
kelihatan.
the users to reach out to their phone and
Mungkin yang terjemahin kecapean bisa jadi suaranya jadi kecil.
the speed to start up a camera is faster. So right now our camera starter speed is 22% faster than iPhone. And when you take a burst mode pictures is really fast.
Ini dia lagi ngomong lebih cepat ambil gambarnya 20% ya dibanding iPhone 13 nih. Jadi kayak burst shotnya, burst shot itu di iPhone bisa dapat 26, di Xiaomi 12S 30 berapa tuh tadi? 36 apa berapa? Lebih banyak.
Super powerful.
20%.
Every second you can take 30 pictures with one click. And it's easy to use. Press on the shutter. Hold, release. Lightning fast. You can take many pictures.
Ini ya yang dia bilang ya, experience-nya tuh. Jadi dia bilang tinggal tahan, taruh ke bawah, langsung dia bisa ambil burst shot gitu.
So this one, you can see the hand movement. The picture's very clear.
Gila, ini jangan-jangan udah bisa ngalahin burst shot-nya si Sony Xperia lagi nih jangan-jangan nih.
With no pressure. And every snapshot is a masterpiece.
Iya, Arthur, suara tepuk tangannya asli.
I
Nanti gue
encourage
bikin yang
everyone
punya
to
gue
try
ya.
it out, to record your beautiful life. When you walk around on the street, you can capture all those beautiful moments, and it will become a part of your memory. We spoke a lot on technology, bigger size of sensor, faster speed. There's another aspect to imagery called aesthetics. Speaking of aesthetics, everyone has different preference. Some like classic look.
Aesthetic.
It can stand the test of time. Some people like more contemporary look.
Ini dia lagi
Vibrant,
ngomong
colorful.
tiap-tiap orang nih punya seleranya
The
masing-masing ya.
argument has never been settled. But
Mungkin ada yang suka
it's not a
lebih keluar
yes or no
warnanya atau apa.
question.
Ini jangan-jangan dia
It's about
pengen
different
kasih fitur ini
preference.
lagi kayak
So what's
iPhone,
our
maksudnya apa?
preference?
Lupa gue namanya tuh. Yang
On
bisa
Xiaomi
ganti-ganti
12S, we present you two
warna.
Leica photographic styles.
Oh, kayak photographic
With different
style tuh
photo
yang di
tone,
iPhone ya
different
kalau nggak salah.
colors, different image texture. All co-engineered, tuned by Leica and Xiaomi jointly. So our user can choose freely. One is Leica authentic look, inherits century
Oh,
old
sejama bacot banget
Leica
sih.
style. The other is Leica vibrant look. So this is a new attempt together with Leica. Let's look at Leica
Apalagi nih
authentic
gue
look first.
tendang-tendangin. Seneng nih gue.
Leica always focus on reproduce
Udah
the
hilang.
reality and getting rid of the other noises. So first of all, it needs to produce the space accurately. A true to life space. It's better show you a picture
Ya ini
to
kayaknya sih
illustrate.
auto translate dari YouTube-nya ya.
This is a very common scenario. A beautiful shot.
Widih, lihat tuh
Beautiful sky.
ininya.
Green lawn.
Bagus ya.
Clear
iPhone.
shot.
iPhone.
But
Tapi kita
with
penasaran nih
true to life
12S-nya bakal
photo
kayak gimana hasilnya.
it would look like this.
Gue bilang mungkin selera sih, tapi bisa gue bilang 12S mungkin lebih natural
Can you
karena kan
feel that the photographer standing under a tree? The
yang di
tree
dalam
casts a
tenda
big
itu
shadow
harusnya kan
on
lebih
the
gelap
kids.
ya karena ketutupan cahaya
And the
atau
kids are
gimana.
having a
Selera
great
sih
picnic.
sebenarnya. Tapi
And
12S
when you look at
mungkin
the
menurut
sky,
gue lebih
it looks
lebih
far,
real.
far away, like the sky on a plateau. So this photo will brings you in. It reproduces the moment the photo was taken. You can read more information out of the picture. You can feel this is taken at sunset. The sunset warmly on the old man.
Guys, buat yang belum like live streaming
And
ini
this
boleh
bird.
bantuin like ya.
And this
Lumayan
picture,
like kalian. Gak usah donasi nggak apa-apa.
you can
Yang penting
see
like-nya aja. Thank
almost
you.
feel an open window besides the desk, and a beam of light shining
Sekali lagi
on
itu selera ya guys
goldfish
ya.
and the girl.
Maksudnya kalian lebih suka yang kelihatan semua atau emang yang lebih
In
natural, ada
reproducing
gelapnya, ada
reality,
terangnya, kayak
there's
gitu tuh
another
balik lagi
element.
ke selera.
Colors. When colors are accurate enough, you will have a more immersive experience.
So dia bilang
Let's see another
kalau
comparison. One taken by iPhone 13, the other by Xiaomi 12S. Both look great.
dia bilang dua-duanya bagus. Cuman
But
kalau
when you zoom
semakin
in
akurat warnanya,
on the kid's shirt,
pengalaman kalian bisa
the one
melihat
taken
tuh
by
lebih
Xiaomi
menyatu.
12S,
Jadi seakan-akan
you
emang
can
berada di
almost
sana
feel
karena warnanya lebih
the
akurat.
soft texture of the shirt. You can sense how careful
Terus ini
his
dia bandingin
parents
katanya di
chose the
12S katanya lebih
for him.
lembut, apa dibilang apa bajunya gitu,
So
soft
color can
texture
tell you
gitu,
more details.
tekstur bajunya.
And when you take landscape picture, a clear blue sky looks beautiful. But the other picture will tell you more information. Different shades of blue, from shallow, white to blue.
Ini
You
dia
can
kasih tahu
tell it was taken early in the morning.
warna langitnya
We
ada
can show you
perbedaan ya antara
great
iPhone
photo
sama
like
Xiaomi.
this. This was taken right before the storm. A kid dragging his favorite sailboat back to the beach. When I saw this picture for the first time, I want to share with you
Gila, nih,
one
gua
of my
makin
personal
penasaran,
story.
pengen ini.
One time when I went diving,
Coba
in the beginning the weather was
My
great,
iPhone.
but when we were deep in the sea, the weather changed. It became dark and the water looks gray. And I felt really cool and feeling adventurous. So I really wanted to capture that moment and show it to my friends. But after taking the photo with my phone, everything looks bright and blue. And it was such a pity. I really want to show them the real moment.
Jadi,
It's not
jadi,
the
jadi dia
reality I
ceritain
want
ya,
to show.
maksudnya dia pakai, nggak tahu dia pakai HP apa,
The
waktu
more
dia
true to
jepret
life
kayak begitu,
photo looks
dia
like
berasa,
this.
aduh, semuanya terang gitu,
You can feel
semuanya
this
detail,
taken
maksudnya kelihatan
At
jelas.
the
Tapi
weekend,
sebenarnya yang gua
two
pengen
children
kasih
would
lihat
be
itu,
playful behind the
ada
curtain. You can
gelapnya,
almost hear
kayak
their laughter.
suasananya kayak gelap.
can
Jadi
feel the
momen-momennya
sunshine
pengen
on
dia
them.
ceritain ke temennya,
feel their
tapi
sweat.
fotonya malah
This
kasih
is
lihat
the real
semuanya
life
kayak
I want.
kelihatan jelas gitu.
Picture
Itu
should
selera.
record
Nah, tapi
real
itu salah
life.
satu kasus di mana
So
real,
with Leica Authentic Look,
semakin real
we want to
gambarnya itu bisa menceritakan
reproduce
kondisi asli suasananya
the real
gitu.
image
Real
we saw
image
with
tuh.
our own eyes.
Ngerti gak sih kalian? Ngomong apaan? Semoga ngerti.
Besides Authentic Look, we also have
Tadi
Vibrant
ada yang
Look.
ini ya? Siapa? Thank you ya. Reynaldus,
In working with
Reynaldi
Leica
Francius.
for a long time,
Semangat
we
bang,
noticed that
upload
Leica
video
is very
YouTube-nya dan lain-lain.
professional
Thank you
and
Reynaldi.
understand photography very well. But we understand our users better and their photo taking needs. Every day, users are using our phone to take pictures. And the scenario of smartphone photography is actually much more complicated. It can happen anywhere, anytime, and there's more challenging to tune. In developing the Leica Vibrant Look,
Kayaknya gue butuh ini nih.
created 300 testing
Butuh
modes
moderator nih buat
and
tendang-tendangin
1,000 scenarios in total.
bocil-bocil
So we
mesum nih.
tested every one of them with Leica. Therefore, Leica Vibrant Look was a new attempt, an experiment between Xiaomi and Leica. Based
dia
on
juga ada
a
mode namanya
authentic
Leica
natural look,
Vibrant.
the picture will look more vibrant, more vivid,
Jadi warnanya
still
lebih keluar gitu. Jadi ada
true to
mode
life.
lain juga nih, namanya Leica Vibrant nih. Lebih
With this look,
keluarnya warnanya lebih
it is
keluar.
perfect for taking pictures of children,
Widih.
great cuisine, beautiful landscape. So these are the two
Nih, dia kasih lihat
photographic
perbedaan
styles from
antara
Leica.
mode Leica yang biasa sama
You
yang
can switch
Vibrant.
between the two easily. That gives you two different styles.
Halo Darwin, apa
within
kabar
one
Darwin? Baru kelihatan
phone.
lagi.
And to our photography loving fans, we have one gift. That is the Leica Watermark. We're really
Leica
honored
Watermark.
to be authorized by Leica. to have the Leica Watermark on every one of your work. It represents the stamp of approval from Leica.
Mana watermarknya tuh nggak kelihatan.
Many would ask, do you have filters? Yes. We have all 4 filters from Leica.
Ada filternya juga
Leica
nih.
Natural, Leica Black and White Natural, Leica Vivid, Leica Black and White High Contrast.
Black and white,
You
vivid.
can switch between them anytime.
Wah gila nih Xiaomi.
So this is the
coy.
camera part for Xiaomi 12S. Overall speaking,
yang
this is an
dipresentasikan ini
outstanding
benar-benar
phone.
sesuai nih ya.
Let's look back. Small build, but high performance. Highly energy efficient. Snapdragon 8 Plus,
ini si
good
Fitri
grip,
nih.
long battery life, and more importantly, is supported by Leica with co-engineered lenses. So
Berarti guys
we
yang belum
want
join
to really
membership,
compete with
yuk, join
iPhone
yuk,
on
10.000
every
aja.
aspect. After 6 months of efforts, we have something to show you. For example, we focus more on the grip. So our phone is more
Nih kalau
comfortable
dibandingin sama
in
iPhone
hands.
ya, iPhone 13 ya.
After our camera upgrade, our camera beats iPhone in every way. And with faster charging,
Charging
and
lebih
on
bagus,
selfie mode that is used a
lebih
lot
bisa
by users. We
dijengkal
have
satu
natural
jengkal
portrait
gini.
and male portrait. We
Dilingkarin,
designed
sensor
a
size-nya juga
beautification
beda.
feature for men. So
Terus
when
apalagi
taking a photo for
charging,
men and women
foto,
together, they will
baterainya juga
enjoy
lebih
different
baik.
beautification effect. After this large upgrade, battery life is improved by a lot.
Baterainya
And
juga
also,
lebih baik tuh. Itu
on
12,6
signal
jam.
side,
Di Xiaomi,
we made
di
some
iPhone
great
cuma
improvement.
9,7. Nggak tahu main apa deh itu. Kayaknya
We
ada
believe
sesuatu di
going
tulisan
forward,
Cinanya.
we will improve Xiaomi phone experience, and one day we'll beat iPhone
Pasti
in user
keluar lah di
experience.
Indonesia. Cuman nggak tahu kapan.
After Xiaomi 12S, I'll quickly talk about our Xiaomi
Tadi baru
12S Pro,
12S guys,
an
sekarang
all-round
12S Pro.
high-end mobile imaging flagship. If you are a more discerning customer, I recommend 12S Pro to you. First, the best and most expensive display Xiaomi ever made. 2K, super
P5
high
AMOLED
resolution,
tuh, 2K,
522 ppi.
1500 nits, 10 bits,
Specs is
120
industry
Hz.
leading. And to
Dynamic
solve
tuh ya, dari
the
1 sampai
energy
120
consumption
tuh.
issue of 2K display, we added 2 new technology. One is micro lens that allows the energy saving at the same brightness level, and also LTPO material
Ya, LTPO
that
2.0.
allows the screen to have dynamic refresh rate. For
Dynamic
example, when you
refresh
scroll
rate.
down, it will go to
Tapi
120
dia masih
Hz.
pakai yang 2.0
when you
ya.
stop,
Padahal yang terlatest
refresh
3.0
rate
yang paling
will
terbaru. Atau mungkin di
slow
Xiaomi 12
down to
Ultra kali,
only
12S
1 Hz.
Ultra.
It comes in 4 colors, same as Xiaomi 12. You're welcome to visit Xiaomi Home to choose your favorite
Sama ya
color.
warnanya kayak yang 12.
For those users choosing the big displays, they prefer playing games, so that requires
ini
strong
si
performance.
translator yang lumayan
And
jelas
I
nih
will
ngomongnya.
skip Snapdragon 8 Plus. Now let's go directly to the cooling system. With bigger display, there will be larger area of cooling,
sih?
so that give
Ketagihan?
further play to the cell phone's performance. So what can we present? Let's look at the highest difficulty of Genshin Impact. Now let's look at the result of our test with the original imagery. This is about the casual mode. Average frame rate could be 59.1 FPS,
30
with the
menit.
maximum temperature kept at below 46 Celsius degrees.
Settingannya apa tadi?
What's
Gua
the more
kelewatan.
difficult model? That's the boss fight model. You may have played it, you want to scroll through those documents, so you fight the boss. And the average frame rate could be as high as 58.9
FPS and the maximum temperature is kept at 46 Celsius degrees. For the users who are game lovers, if you choose Xiaomi 12S Pro, you will have a perfect customer experience. Now let's look at the DOU. With 4600 mAh compared to Xiaomi 12 Pro, we have increased the DOU by 20% to realize 1.22 days. And the charging speed will be faster. If you require 120 watts of fast charge, you can choose Xiaomi 12S Pro. You could complete the charging process very quickly, and the wireless charge is also the top level. Now let's go back to imagery. Speaking of 12 Pro camera, it has a lot to offer. We have chosen 3 lenses. They are the primary camera level with 50 MP, and it has very rich focal length. Every focal length has its own special features. Now let's look at the wide-angle primary camera. The equivalent focal length is 24 mm. It's highly inclusive. This lens can take big scenes. It can also take portraits or some details. Sometimes, when we are choosing one lens, we will choose 24 focal length. It is also Imx 707 sensor reliant, and you could take photos very Leica look. For example, the small raindrops falling down, 2 fishermen are harvesting by the water. This photo is touching me. It's in a cathedral in dim setting. An old gentleman is glaring at something. We could not imagine what he was thinking, but I was moved by his emotions. When the image has full details, with high accuracy, you could be immersive in that moment, in that place. So you could feel the lives of more people. Now the second lens, it's a 50 MP portrait camera. It's very classic. It's also 50 mm equivalent focal lens with 2 times optical zoom. It's quite close to the experience of naked eyes, so it could bring back the true-to-life experience. You could take it out to explore the city with your camera, and you will take photos very humane. With the zoomy experience, you will find more interesting things. For example, this man is walking his dog on the beach. The dog was digging a hole on the beach, and his owner is watching him. You can take a distance when you're taking the photo. The last one camera may be overlooked. It's an ultra-wide-angle camera. This camera is good at telling stories. It could express very strong emotions. It could zoom very far and present many details. So it's proficient in presenting the big things. For example, the architecture. There will be grand space inside the architecture. When it's in the night mode, this camera can present high quality imagery in the night mode. So with more diversified focal length, we have more functionalities to offer. For the photography lovers, we have prepared a master lens system. Photographers prefer to take a lot of cameras because different things require different stories and different styles. For example, when you want to express the humane character, I recommend you such a classic black and white lens. This camera instills power into your story. If you want to take photos of romantic night scene or a beautiful girl, you could choose this swirly bokeh camera. It could highlight
intinya fotografer tuh banyak
with very strong functionality
pakai lensa-lensa tergantung situasi nih. Tadi dia bilang ada yang pakai 35 mili, 50 mili, sama 90 mili. Ya namanya fotografer kan pasti ambil banyak lensa nih. Kayaknya dia mau ngomong dengan HP semua itu kalian udah bisa ada di satu HP doang nih, gak usah macam-macam lensa.
Of course, it has the 2 photographic styles, and it's inclusive of different filters, and it can also support our ProFocus technology, as well as the ultra-fast burst. When we were improving our camera. We worked together with Leica, and we also solicited ideas from the professional photographers and users. So in the previous days, we have in-depth discussion with many photographers. One photographer is very famous, that is Mr. Liu Xiangchen, who is a very famous
Jadi si Xiaomi itu juga dia kayak melibatkan para fotografer ini nih. Mungkin untuk bikin si kamera Xiaomi dengan Leica ini kira-kira bagusnya gimana gitu.
His photos are highly penetrating, so we invited him to take a video of himself.
Nah, ini kayak testimoni dari si ini. Katanya terkenal nih, fotografer terkenal. Dari Cina.
要讲故事，如果我不去中国，我应该去哪里呢？摄影就是对平凡的事情有思考的一种观察。
Pakai fotografer.
但是在中国平凡里面，它有很多内容。
Ini sejarah-sejarah dia foto nih.
我就要去看一看。你没有看到那张图片的幽默在哪里？他只做了一只双眼皮。
Jadul banget ya, itunya ya hasilnya ya. Tapi bener-bener kayak berkesan banget loh. Hitam putih, tuh 1981 tuh. Kalian belum lahir pasti, sama gue juga. Halo guys, thank you ya. Aku malah nyasar komennya cobain jajanan Singapura. Itu beda channel woy. Tapi thank you ya.
4:5、8:10甚至更大的相机，莱可制造的一种全新的可能性，从影棚到户外。
Gila pakai masih pakai lensa yang kayak gitu tuh.
创造出来这种流动性，还有我们今天对摄影的一种认识，有思想，有内容，有意思的人物，有一种现场感。 让读者马上可以随着你这个画面产生一种情感的互动，所以你拿着手上的小米就是一个徕卡。小米这次用了2种色彩的管理，徕卡生动跟经典，不同的人他会有一个选择。
Tapi gue penasaran dia shoot video ini pakai apa ya? Kalau pakai Xiaomi juga sih mantep loh.
经典可以找到。 这个镜头啊，这种计算啊，技术创新可爱的地方，让你不知不觉的把一个很新的一种可能性介绍到你的日常去拍摄的过程当中。
lucu nih si kakek.
它的色彩会强调它的影子里面的这个细节。
Tapi keren-keren loh gila
在
foto-fotonya.
你的口袋里面，它是一个相机，它也是一个电脑。 在任何的光线底下，你都可以拍摄。它是你的眼睛的一个延伸。小小的镜头，无所不去，没有不可能。在我一生当中，我经过的所有的摄影的技术，我觉得新时代已经来了。这个太棒了，
foto orang nih. Xiaomi.
I do hope that when you get this cell phone, do experience the camera. You might share the feeling. And when I talked with him, he said something that's very moving. He said that this is the new era of smartphone photography. It's a camera, it's a computer, it's right inside your pocket.
Dia bilang sekarang eranya smartphone nih, smartphone kamera nih.
It's like an extension of
Jadi
your
komputer, kamera semua jadi satu di dalam kantong kalian.
Together we can witness
Eranya smartphone fotografi.
We hope that you can see every lovely
Waduh,
morning
gila keren banget tuh yang tadi tuh.
sunrise. You
Ya
can
ada
see the passion and
apa
love
sih itu namanya yang
and the
putih-putih?
courage to sail the sea.
Atau lah namanya.
We hope in every
Apa guys
street
yang putih-putih kalau
corner you might
pagi-pagi?
encounter happiness
Ya
and
kayak
also
ini kita
be
tulis.
influenced by
Apa yang pagi-pagi putih-putih?
That's the meaning of
Ayo,
making
coba.
imagery.
Embun
With
ya.
photography, we will
Kalau nggak embun
discover
kabut ya
the
antara embun
beauty
kalau
and
nggak kabut.
fall in love with our life. That's the
Thank you ya,
upgraded
Lonely Man
Xiaomi
ya.
12S Pro with
Gue
very
udah
strong
pesen sih,
performance,
cuman belum datang.
with better
Bubur ayam
performance.
pagi-pagi
It has
bener juga sih.
higher DOU,
Putih-putih.
richer offerings of our camera. That's my introduction
Makhluk
about
halus.
Xiaomi 12S and Xiaomi
Belek.
12S Pro. They look
Udah.
very beautiful.
Fokus.
How about I take a real model to show you? First of all, this is the white-colored Xiaomi 12S. Very beautiful model.
Warna putihnya nih guys.
It's like a shining pearl. When I grip it, it has a very smooth sense of touch, and it's very easy to grip. So that's a suitable
Halo
size.
Syaifuddin, tenang.
And I know that you prefer the green color,
Menu
so I
utamanya kayaknya
take
belum
the Xiaomi 12S
dikeluarin sih.
Pro in green. Take a look. Those two models are both very beautiful, and we invite you to go to the Mi Home for first-person experience. So that's my part of introduction. Now let's invite back Mr.
Warna
Lei.
hitamnya kok nggak dikasih lihat sih?
So that's about Xiaomi 12S. It's a very rare
Tadi
small
12S
size
ya.
all-round
Kayaknya mereka
flagship
mulai ke
product.
12S Pro
And it's
kayaknya.
one of its kind among all Android products. Many people assume that for small-sized flagship products, they might be cheaper since they're smaller. In effect, to manufacture
Guys, yang belum like
small-sized
boleh bantuin
flagship
like live streaming
products,
ini ya. Kita jadiin 1000
it's more
yuk. Lumayan
difficult
kan 1000
technically.
bagus angkanya.
That's why
Buat yang
many
belum
of
aja,
our
kalau yang udah
competitors
thank you banget.
shy away from it. And our consumers keep complaining about the big size and the heaviness. That's why we were determined to produce Xiaomi 12S. And compared to Xiaomi 12, Xiaomi 12S has a big upgrade. The
Dari
first
12 ke
one highlight
12S
is about
katanya
the
ada
flagship
upgrade
Snapdragon 8
yang
Plus Gen
lumayan
1.
besar
The
nih.
second one is Leica imagery. The third highlight
Dari chipsetnya 8 Plus Gen 1, Leica, sama Image. Sensornya IMX 707.
highest-end model by our competitors. So we took a tough stance in introducing IMX 707. Why?
Halo,
It's our
Archie,
first
Wola,
partnership
thank
with
you ya
Leica.
buat
And this is the first time for our
super
imagery
chatnya, apa
strategic
stiker
upgrade.
chatnya.
We have to do
Intinya
it
buat
well.
donasinya. Thank you.
So it's 200 MB
Iya, sambil translate,
more
sabar.
expensive compared
Pusing
to
kepala gue masih lihat
766.
komen, ngeliat ini di translate juga.
Now I have to talk about prices, and
Nah,
I know
harga.
that many Xiaomi
Gua udah
followers
siapin
look
ini gua
forward
nih
to the
tuh.
same price with better
On effect.
quality. 3699. I have to be honest. In the past years, Xiaomi has been producing high quality, affordable products. We never disappointed you in terms of prices, but today we may disappoint you a little bit in terms of prices.
Anjir.
Why? Because it's very hard to produce the highest end model, and
Nih,
we have
ini yang
heavy
gua
investment,
bilang.
and
Mereka
we have
bener-bener
to improve in every detail.
bukan
with
jujur
every
sih, apa
step
adanya. Mereka bilang,
improved,
intinya
we
tadi dia
have
bilang,
to put a lot of energy
sebelum-sebelumnya
into
emang
it. So
Xiaomi
please show
kasih
your
spek
understanding of
bagus
us
dengan
and
harga
support
yang
us
terjangkau.
so that
Tapi
we will not have
kemungkinan
any
untuk yang
loophole
sekarang kita
technically
bakal
because of the
mengecewakan
price
kalian dalam sisi harga ya. Karena dia bilang emang susah untuk bikin flagship ini dengan harga yang terjangkau. Wah, salut sih mereka bilang kayak begitu. Nah, itu harganya guys.
For the Xiaomi 12S Pro, it is a flagship. Apart from the flagship Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chipset, as well as the imagery of Leica, I want to emphasize three things. First, this display size has been using the most expensive and best 2K display, which is very clear, and meanwhile, it is the most power saving, supports the macro lens and second generation LTPO technologies, which are very costly technology. Second of all, for the three
Doki, thank you
cameras
ya.
are all 50 megapixel, We also have the wide angle lens,
ini kayaknya
ultra wide angle
Xaverianya
lens, as well
masih
as the
gue buang nih.
portrait camera. And meanwhile, we also provided your master lens systems. And meanwhile, we also have the 120 watt
Ini speknya ya 12S Pro ya, 2K, LTPO 2.0, triple 50 megapiksel kamera, 120 watt fast charging, 50 watt wireless, 10 watt reverse ya. Baterainya 4600, Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. Yang sebelah kanan mungkin kayaknya Leica ini kayak. Nggak tahu deh, ada yang bisa bantu baca nggak? Yang sebelah kanan itu partnership sama Leica nggak sih?
And after discussion with our senior officials, our final price is still 4,699.
4699 yuan.
I thank
Untuk 12S Pro.
our brand ambassador, Mr. Su. He is a huge fan of the 12S Pro. Such a large size is his favorite. So we have provided you the 12S, Xiaomi 12S Pro for different people like different size. And
Apa
moving
nih? Cowok ini anaknya Legend
next
ya.
is the most anticipated moment is the Xiaomi 12S Ultra
Gua tambahin biar lebih meriah.
So that you expect more for the Ultra.
Nah ini guys,
It is
Siap.
designed for the pro-grade photography.
udah top of the top
When we
nih.
talk about the pro-grade photography, in terms of the base model standards, we may have heavy problems of the smartphones. However, for the pro-grade photography, we think to have a better quality of the shots, that is the first pursuit. So when we design those smartphones, our target is, as you know, that we want to reach the pinnacle of the smartphone photography. Let's watch a video clip.
Intinya di Ultra ini mereka mau memberikan terbaik dan terbaik. Buset gile. Udah nonton dulu ya guys ya. Wah biru leather. Jadi bulat gitu coy. Anjay.
Isn't that beautiful? It's just like the
Pada suka nggak guys? Menurut kalian gimana desainnya? Coba ya gue kasih polling ya.
We learned from the camera lens design and used the unibody aluminum frame to be the deco of the smartphones. And meanwhile, we have designed a 23K gold rim to show its high-class experience. And for its back cover, we have adopted the
Gua udah kasih polling tuh guys, kalian
texture,
coba deh.
which is more soft, more skin-friendly, and feels great to gripping aid.
Kalau leather gitu ya, gue cuman takutnya biasa lebih panas sih, karena panasnya nggak kemana-mana kayak kekurung gitu loh. Tapi di satu sisi genggamannya lebih enak sebenarnya.
It is dirt resistant and will not age and turn yellow. Compared with the other materials, this
Dia bilang
one is
dirt
wear
resistant
resistant.
dan nggak menguning
So
katanya.
this kind of new material has been used for the airplane seat as well as the yacht.
Katanya dipakai di ini
Our
tempat
engineers,
duduk pesawat
together
guys.
with the suppliers, to further develop our unique formula and has been used on our smartphones. I want to emphasize that compared with the other materials, it is strongly wear resistant and wear resistant, dirt resistant. Let's look at
Kayak
the
anti debu, dirt
pictures.
resistant, tahan debu lah. Dia bilang.
When we are holding the Ultra, it's like holding a camera and making the shooting a special occasion for us. The first color we created is called the classic black.
Oh
We
ini
learned
classic
from
black nih namanya.
the Leica and created another color is the verdant green. Isn't that beautiful?
Golden.
Well, we think when we put the
Ini agak-agak
smartphone in front of the
keijo-ijoan gitu
camera
guys. Ada
back,
satu
they
lagi.
fit perfectly
Yang tadi hitam,
together.
yang ini agak keijo-ijoan.
I really like this picture. Well, these are the two
Tapi
color
dua-duanya
we
ini ya, kayak
created.
bahan leather
Black
gitu ya.
and verdant green, classic black and verdant green for the users. It also supports the IP68
IP68.
Jordan water resistance. As a top-rate flagship, we have been using the most expensive and best 2K degree in Xiaomi's history, supports micro lens and LTPO
LTPO-nya 2.0
technology with clear quality image. Meanwhile, it also used the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chipset and max version LPDDR5 plus the UFS 3.1. It also
Dubbersnya
features the
mabok tuh,
all-new 3D
UFSS
cooling system. But this
3.1.
system is really a magic. It based on the bionics to simulate the plant leaf veins.
Nah, apa nih cooling systemnya nih? Atau apa? Base. Oh,
Well, its
speaker.
cooling efficiency improved by 100% compared with VC. We made a small experiment. We put the VC and the new material into
Oh
the water.
iya,
You can
cooling
see
systemnya nih.
its speed is really faster than the VC. That is the cutting-edge technology called the 3D cooling system, and the efficiency improved 100%. So together with the flagship
Waduh,
Snapdragon
gila
8 Plus Gen 1
efisiensinya.
chipset, together with the all-new 3D
Efisiensinya cooling systemnya.
the performance level is extremely high for
Kayaknya ada
Ultra.
air-airnya gitu guys.
And meanwhile,
Digabungin
we
buat cooling
also
system
have
gitu.
the new launched chipset.
Ada chipset
And this
G1.
is the Surge
Apa nih?
G1, the proprietary battery management chipset
Oh,
launched
buat ngatur
number
baterai.
4 by Xiaomi. For this chipset,
Buat baterai nih.
plus the G1, and they formed the proprietary Xiaomi Surge chipset. For this whole system,
Ya, chip
we have
Xiaomi.
been using the EV's BMS system has been applied within our smartphones. As you know that it's very important technology within the EVs.
Ada
When
P1
we
juga.
apply it on our smartphones, we gained a lot of benefits. First of all, we can precisely predict the DOU. And how long your
DOU itu
battery
tadi
can
itu
last.
loh.
And meanwhile, we
Bisa
can
tahan
also
berapa
predict
lama
the
baterainya,
charging
HP-nya.
time. And besides, it can better protect our battery safety. And with this system, we can make the battery last longer, and we have extended the DOU. Let's think about it. With such a powerful DOU, it cannot be separated with such a powerful system. And for our Ultra, we'll be using the
4860 mAh coy.
milliamp hours, but not as large as the
Ingat ya, sekali
5000
lagi
one.
dia sempat mention di awal.
Let me explain to you.
Jangan cuman lihat angka
For this
doang,
Ultra,
tapi mereka sekarang lebih fokus ke berapa
The
tahan HP
camera
ini dalam
says
sehari.
The camera lens occupies the
Bisa tahan
majority of
seharian
the
lebih atau
volume.
enggak atau gimana.
For such a complex and high-end cameras, it is power consuming. So when we produce this kind of the products, we want to provide you a large battery but thin body. So our battery engineers has been applying a new generation
Dia juga
of the
mempertimbangkan
system.
nggak cuman baterainya
It also
digedein
used
tapi dengan bodinya yang
power battery.
tipis juga.
Well, it is
Jadi
the
itu
second
dia dapat
generation of
angka
the silicon
segitu mungkin di
oxide
tengah-tengahnya
anode
gitu.
battery. Thanks to such a
Karena kalau
wonderful
makin gede
technology,
mAh-nya,
we have
baterainya kan
made it
juga
to
jadi
the
makin tebal kan. Jadi
4860
benar-benar masih
milliamp
seimbang.
hours. And meanwhile, the P1 plus G1 system, the Ultra has reached the 1.24 days of the DOU, reaching the pinnacle of the smartphones in terms of DOU. And meanwhile, we also have the 67-watt
Oh.
fast charging,
Bukan
50 watts
120
wireless
watt, coy.
fast charging, and 10 watts reverse wireless
Wah,
charging.
unik nih ya.
As a
Yang
pro-grade
12S Pro itu 120 watt, tapi yang 12S Ultra ini 67 watt.
Performance.
Oh,
Now
ini,
you must
kamera,
concern
kamera.
about the Ultra camera. Moving forward, I will share with you about Xiaomi and Sony developed Sony's IMX
IMX
989.
989. Gue wahwi gue kagak tahu sih.
But this
Cuman angka
sensor
doang. IMX
It's a milestone for the
989.
smartphones because it has the super large 1-inch sensor.
Sensornya gede nih, 1 inch.
Well, we think that is the watershed between the smartphones and the compact cameras. For this sensor, after 4-in-1 for each
1
pixel,
inch.
has reached 3.2 microns, which means that for within the night mode has very strong abilities. Let's have a look.
Intinya
Among
sensornya,
the Sony's sensor families,
ini perbedaan sensornya.
for the 989, we think it represents the highest level of the smartphone sensors. That's the pinnacle. I can predict that it's still the pinnacle in the next 2 or 3 years. That
Makanya
is the
sebenarnya
highest
sensor
level.
ini tuh udah puncaknya dan bisa bertahan 2-3 tahun ke depan sih sebenarnya buat pakai sensor ini.
Is second to that. It's still a very powerful one. You must be very familiar with the 766. Well, it's also a very successful series, has been used for many flagship and even the highest-end models by our competitors. And better than the 766, we still have several ones, as you can see. The best one is the 989.
989.
Well, what about
Terbaru
the
nih.
comparison between
Nah, ini
our
dibandingin sama
and
13
the
Pro Max.
iPhone? Well, we think it is the 2.72 times of the iPhone.
2,72 kali
argue
dari
that
iPhone.
iPhone still maintain a very high
172%.
quality of the camera photography. As you know that we have tried to improve every aspect of the smartphones, including the sensor. With such a powerful sensor, and this time we have co-engineers the Leica professional optical lens, the Leica semi-chrome lens system. For this
Apaan
semi-chrome
tuh?
lens
Lensa
system,
Summicron.
it represents Leica's optical design ability, its strict optical testing standards and processes, and our Xiaomi's device miniaturization ability. Well, in terms of the pixel level alignment on the optical path, and also reach the high resolution with the wide aperture, it can bring us the super high transmittance and high quality of the shots with such a large, super large 1-inch sensor. First of all, it has 8 lenses of the 8P aspheric high transmittance
Ada 8 layer
lenses,
8P.
and all the lenses made by the COC materials, which is a brand new material. It can absorb the UV light. More
Ini katanya bisa menyerap sinar
we have added another
ultraviolet
infrared light
UV light.
filter, which can filter the infrared and UV light to solve the problem to color cost. And meanwhile, we have also the professional anti-glare lens coating. For each of the lens, we have the ink coating technology.
Coatingnya
We
juga
also
nih.
have the lens edge ink coating for each lens.
Salah satu
to
keunggulan
further
coating
reduce
yang
the
bagus kan,
street light.
kalian tahu tuh kayak flare-flare-nya itu bisa
So in the
diminimalisir
past,
kalau
we
coatingnya
made
bagus.
so much efforts together with Leica to produce the cameras. Well, because this is the broadcasting, there might some color difference on our screen. We will also share those shots on Weibo. Maybe you can see it from your true color display. As you can see the picture, our picture is quite clean without any glare or street light.
Nah, ini mah iPhone mah, ini pasti
And
gara-gara
especially you see the
lensanya.
light on the street.
Flare-nya
To
mana
have
flare?
such high
Tuh
quality
flare-nya
shots, I think
kelihatan
is a
tuh di
miracle.
iPhone tuh.
I'd
Kalian
like
lihat
to
nggak
share with you
yang
more pictures.
ada 3 titik itu tuh,
If your camera is
si ultra ini
extraordinary,
hampir nggak ada
let's
tuh
look at
flare-nya.
the pictures within the dim settings. As you can see, some people are chatting in their living room. The front light, as well as the light in the distance,
Masih kelihatan
the
ada
colors
cowok-cewek di belakang
in the
situ.
different areas. It's really hard for us to take a shot like this. Let's look at the night mode with Venus. As the light is,
Dia
there is
coba
a couple on the bridge. It's a very romantic
mana
scene
night mode-nya.
within the night mode. You can imagine. Well, the front is the dark and distance is the bright areas. The details are rich.
Bingung. Si Dabernya juga bingung nih.
This time,
Dabernya udah bingung, terus subtitlenya juga makin ngaco. Pusing dah gimana ngertiinnya nih kita.
we present two photographic
Oh,
styles
gantian nih
with
sekarang.
Leica. They're
Oh, ini yang tadi nih yang
independently
vibrant nih.
tuned.
Ada juga nih di 12S Ultra.
We also have
Yang mode
four classic
Leica
filters from
vibrant.
Leica built in.
Terus ini kayak filternya ada hitam putih
On
dan
this
lain-lain.
note, going back to what Dr. E mentioned, working with Leica and our photos tuned with Leica were highly praised online. But the collaboration process is full of hardship. Let's take Ultra example. We are certified by Leica and took us 8 months to achieve that certification. As you know, the development cycle of flagships usually 1 year, 1.5 years, and the certification took us 8 months. And we delivered 2 photographic styles with Leica. It took us 9 months just to agree on the definition. Leica is very serious and
Ini
rigorous
mereka bikin kayak
about image
dua
quality.
photographic
So what did we do
style dari
throughout the
fotonya
months?
itu
To give you
bekerja
one
keras
example,
selama 9
for
bulan ya
Leica
bilang.
to evaluate a camera, it took us
Photographic style itu kayak filter gitu loh.
250,000 photos to test 2 modules only.
Gila, buat ngecek kayak
Imagine
2 filter
Chinese
itu aja
company worked
dibutuhkan
with
pengecekan
a
sampai
German
250.000
company. Due to
foto.
COVID, we could only work and argue online. It was such a torture to fight over internet. So both of us agree that to do this well, to do this right, we have to work face to face. In the past year, as you know, it's really hard for people to work together face to face. Since October, it took us 6 months to bring the Leica team. On April 15th, they finally arrived at the Xiaomi headquarters. In the last 2 months, we worked day in, day out, but it was more efficient than working online. And we continue to argue, reach consensus, argue again.
Ya,
That's how we
ngomongin
deliver the products today.
mereka lagi bekerja keras
And
secara tim
you may not feel
bikin
the hardship enough
HP ini
through what I
dari
told
sisi
you.
kamera.
I prepared a video clip to tell you some of the stories, how we made the collaboration possible.
Nih, video tentang kolaborasi antara Xiaomi sama Leica deh kalau nggak salah.
当我们决定
Dia bilang.
做1英寸大底相机的时候，它是手机影像向专业相机挑战的一个拐点。但是后来我们发现，其实这个还远远不够。一张好照片不只是极致的画质。
A good photo captures a very special moment from a completely new perspective. People have to
Tuh,
describe
si bule
Leica
ini
they
dari
use the
Leica
word
nih.
das Wesentliche.
这一点其实跟小米是理念非常契合。
Pokoknya bule-bule dari Leica guys. Yang Asia ini Xiaomi.
说这是深度合作吗？是贴牌吗？
有点得罪人这个问题，生死问题是吧？
就是我们不希
Nih,
望去推出一
Leica
个
team
噱头。
sampai nih di markasnya Xiaomi.
我们就是要做双风格。
Widih, keren.
首先没人做过，
愿意接受这种挑战。
To be as realistic as possible, we take thousands of images. A really complex procedure to achieve what you want to achieve in this small form.
8枚镜片所有的每一个镜片都用了
Aduh,
ALD 镀
bentar ya
膜，
guys,
有可能
ininya
反
nih
光的位
ngeganggu
置
nih.
全都给涂成墨了。
Oh, matiin dulu deh.
The technical aspects, they are easily to specify.
Eh,
The
maaf.
aesthetical aspects are often much harder to describe.
Yeah, it will go in the wrong direction.
Vibrant 这个进展不行是吧？
都不行。
Ini mereka ngegambarin gimana mereka bikin kolaborasi kamera Xiaomi, Leica sama timnya Xiaomi nih. Kenapa? Nanti gue jelasin di belakang. Kenapa mereka kasih lihat video ini? Oh, ada dramanya. Loh. Kenapa ini? Loh.
处女座的追求的就是完美，有一个差点都不行。
我们要交付一款非常完美的产品，在这过程中，所有的争执、所有的火花，这些都是有价值的，都是有意义的。
用长焦人像拍了一个小孩儿，看到那个小孩儿那一刹那，我就觉得春天真的很美好。而且我感受到了那股风，真的不相信我们真的做出来了。
在一些讨论和碰撞中，一方面呢，来去完全理解徕卡他们的一些积累，也能够帮助他们去理解移动影像上面用户需要什么。
我觉得他们是
jadi kolaborasinya
热情，然后有干劲，
aduh gue jelasin ke kalian gue jadi
很多不可思议的事情，最后也是慢慢变成现实。
随着这个手机影像的发展，到现在，普罗大众更容易去捕捉到生活中更多的一些瞬间。
每一个精彩的瞬间，其实都是值得我们留念的。
我们需要的不是一台冷冰冰的机器。
We have a feeling. Machines don't have a feeling. Human is also not flawless, but at least it can give you globally the direction.
因为你有一个最核心的东西，就是关注人的情感，关注人的表达。
它可能是幸福、忧伤，
它打动你，可能也能打动别人。
因为生活正在发生。
Ya intinya mereka kasih lihat video ini cuman mau kasih tahu sebenarnya mereka benar-benar kerja sama guys, nggak cuman kayak gimmick doang. Taruh ada Leica di situ, bikin pansos kameranya enggak itu. Jadi mereka kasih tahu emang ada ceritanya mereka collab kayak gimana, apa yang mereka mau kayak gitu loh.
And the best, one of the best, ultra wide
itunya
angle lens.
50 megapiksel, 48 megapiksel ultra wide. Telenya sampai 120x, 48 megapiksel juga.
Periscope lens. Well, let's look at the 1-inch large size sensor, coupled with like a professional optical lenses. The first photo.
Siapa lagi nih?
A night photo.
Bibirnya seksi juga nih orang nih.
In dim light. The picture is stunning with rich details. The second photo, also taken in the evening. A double-deck bus. The bright red color. The light in the bus, very crisp and sharp. This is almost a cover shot. And this one. A very hard photo to take with smartphone. With sunset at the background. And the gradual change of sky from purple to gold to blue.
Intinya foto yang bagus itu nggak cuman jelas bisa kelihatan semua detailnya, tapi bisa ngasih kalian suatu pesan di dalamnya gitu.
And to snapshot a crying baby. A tear is sliding down her cheek.
Merah-merah gitu pipinya. Nah ini periskopnya nih.
Periscope lens, one of the best periscope lens in the industry. You can take a picture of a yard from a distance. Looks like they're having fun on the yard. And this is a very common scenario. When your children is performing on stage, you can use 120x telephoto to take picture of this memorable moment
Ada nama gua
with
lagi
great
di atas tuh.
details. Another photo taken at night, taken by telescope.
Teleskop.
The texture's great. It's a picture of a tram driving slowly towards you. Ultra wide angle lens. It's also one of the best in the industry. You can see the resolution is very high in the picture. And this one, a musician at the music festival. The color is reproduced accurately and vividly. Ultra wide angle is great.
Thank you ya guys buat 1000 likes-nya nih.
Big
Thank you.
Storytelling with great impact. And I would like to talk about ultra strong snapshot capability, not just empowered by the lens, the calibration, but also software and algorithm.
Jam 40 menit kita.
Here, I would like to extend my gratitude towards our AI image solution team. They delivered all-scene snapshot, Xiaomi Pro Focus last year, and this year they delivered ultra-fast burst. Let's look at the snapshot effect.
Ini yang beredar di ini nih. Beredar di bocoran-bocoran.
On a rainy night, it rains heavily. A car drives through the rain.
Gila ya, air hujannya sampai kelihatan gitu. Dari cahaya lampu mobilnya sih itu sadis sih.
Many were impressed by the photo. The second photo taken in a dim subway station. In the background, a subway train drives through very fast, with passengers waiting for the next train. Next one.
Nih, apa nih?
In backlight.
Oh, backlight.
A person stand on the riverbank. All those photos were snapshot by our photographers while they explored the city. It's not staged, there's no professional lighting available. They simply took out the phone and take a shot. The reason why we chose to show you these is I want to empower all untrained users to take photos like this. I have a video for you.
Fotografi, street fotografi. Gua semakin tertantang untuk bikin video kayak begini juga guys, foto-fotonya guys. Gak gua bisa. Sebenernya gue udah sedikit banyak bikin mirip-mirip kayak gini sih. Cuman versi cupunya ya. Kalian bisa cek yang sehari bersama Poco F4 gua tuh. Ya walaupun masih versi cupunya tapi mirip-mirip dikit lah. Oh itu yang tadi tuh backlight. Wait, cekrek. Nah ini kayaknya pakai yang photographic style tadi tuh, yang hitam putih. Tuh ya yang kemarin suka komen ya, bang kalau kasih foto tuh backgroundnya warna hitam aja. Tuh lu lihat Xiaomi aja pakai warna putih.
So, 12S Ultra has very good quality photos. Our users can take out the Ultra cell phone to produce such high quality photos. Also, Ultra has the master lens system. For the photography lovers, we have a special functionality that is Dolby Lab calibration. So, in the Lightroom and when you are PS That is
Photoshop
very convenient.
PS.
We also have 8K Pro-grade film recording.
Wih, OIS-nya
Another key
hyper.
functionality we add to Ultra is Hyper OIS. In 1 second, it could capture 56,000 times of the photos, and the camera takes only 7 milliseconds. That is to say, with the Hyper OIS functionality, it has very strong power. For example, when we are taking the video, it should be shaking. But look at the comparison. The Ultra version has no
Mulus
shaking.
banget guys. Wow, 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 wow.
So OIS technology is well improved. Another point to make
Dolby Vision.
is that Ultra is the first model to adopt Dolby Vision among all Android cell phones. What is the effect of Dolby Vision recording? Now we have a presentation to show you. On
perbedaan.
that side, that is Dolby Vision,
Ada
and on the
Dolby
right
Vision
side,
sama
that's the
enggak.
standard dynamic range. You could feel
Lebih
the more
terang,
colorful imagery
warnanya
produced by
lebih
Dolby
vivid,
Vision.
kontrasnya
There will be
juga
rich
lebih lebar,
details
expanded.
in the dark and the light. So Dolby Vision will produce more excellent imagery. So that's about Xiaomi 12S Ultra, which is the pinnacle of
harganya.
smartphone photography.
Jeng jeng jeng.
What is the price of Ultra?
Gua siapin sound effect andalan gua nih guys.
To be honest, Ultra is a combination of the most cutting-edge technologies, and it is also the result of Xiaomi updated technologies. Now let's cut it to the chase and look at the price.
5999.
5,999.
6.000 yuan. Ah, ada yang bawa ini apa? Itu
I
konversi
believe
berapa tuh?
the range of
5.999
6,000 to
yuan ke rupiah.
7,000 Ultra will be very competitive compared to the other rivals. And we sincerely invite all of you to visit the
16,4
Mi
juta,
Home
serius tuh.
to have a first-hand experience
17.
of 12S Ultra. And for Leica fans,
Coba deh, gua cek sendiri deh.
Ultra is also exhibited in Leica stores, so you could also visit Leica stores to experience Ultra. That is what we have prepared for you, the Xiaomi 12S series with 3 newly launched products. So why are we putting high premium on imagery? So that we
Harga
are
Cina ya, tapi ya?
presenting you this imagery technology strategic upgrade event, because we've done a myriad of interviews with the users, according to whom imagery is the most significant language of people in this era. People full of love and emotions are shot in the photos and videos, which are the most beautiful and soul-touching
Paling
poetry.
terendahnya harga Cinanya 13,4 juta rupiah guys.
Take
Wow.
photos whenever you want.
Tapi tadi varian terendahnya
No
berapa
matter
ya?
how
Berapa
good
giga
the
ya?
camera is 10
Lupa
years
gua.
later, they cannot record what you are looking like today. So bravely record your life. Every moment of your daily lives are worth a collection. Since imagery is so paramount, we are now holding such a photography competition
Oh, dia ada
with
kompetisi.
Leica, the China Through the Lens 2022. How to participate in this competition? You could follow us on our official account, and you can participate
buat
in
Cina
this
doang
contest.
kayaknya.
And we have a very special participant, Luo Dayou.
Jadi dia
Luo
ada
Dayou
yang
is
kompetisi
admired
Xiaomi sama Leica
always, and he's
buat
a lover
kompetisi
of
foto
photography.
gitu.
Previously,
Cuma
I
kayaknya ini
sent
buat
an
Cina
Ultra
doang sih.
to him,
Mungkin ya.
and I asked him, "How did you like it?" He said he specially compiled an old song for this event. It's called The Words of True Love. And in this song, he will share with us about his feelings of Ultra. Now let's enjoy his song.
Aduh, copyrightnya nih. Ngomong. Semoga nggak copyright. Ngomong. Maaf ya guys. Ngomong. Ngomong-ngomong, tapi mah ya, ini kan Xiaomi Cina ya. Mereka kan nggak ada YouTube kan. Kayaknya nggak ada copyright gitu nggak sih? Nyanyi banget. Aku anak sehat, tubuhku kuat, karena aku selalu makan. Gue yakin sih harusnya nggak ada copyright sih. Kan ini kayak mereka nggak tahu YouTube kali, mungkin ya. Maksudnya nggak registrasiin hak cipta mereka di YouTube, kan YouTube nggak bisa dibilang kan nggak ini di Cina kan. Nah ya bener sih, jaga-jaga aja sih. Jadi gue nyanyi nih. Disuruh artiin gue juga agak ngerti apaan. Bermain piano pendirian. Terlihat ada bayi menangis. Ya gue translate nih. Di pantai yang ada 3 anak kecil, 2 cewek 1 cowok, dan ada cici cakep kayaknya lagi kawinan, 2 cewek kembar, dan anak bawa kucing dan ikan. WhatsApp. Lalalala. Selama jantungku masih berdetak, aku kan terus menyanyi dan menyanyi. Ini gue kurang ajar nggak yang ngomong kayak begini ya guys ya? Sorry ya, maaf loh nih si bapak ini loh, bukannya menghina loh. Gue cuman untuk mengisi waktu supaya nggak kena copyright ini. Betapa romantisnya kedua kakek nenek ini, dan kita tertawa bersama-sama dengan headset di tengah hari, dan muka jelek anakku cukup lucu beserta masker. YouTuber penyanyi YGY itu apaan sih? Kayaknya banyak banget gue liat YGY. Hah? Di tengah hutan aku bermain balet, dan ku menarik taksi dan bermasker. Oh ya guys ya. Ya guys ya. Oh. Dreng. Hidup Xiaomi. Xiaomi selalu di hati. Kayaknya terakhir dia ngomong itu sih guys. Terima kasih segalanya. Terima kasih Xiaomi 12 Ultra. Semoga suka dengan lagu ini. Gitu dia bilang guys. Jangan nyebut Xiaomi. Iya emang dari tadi gue ngasal semua Arya.
Are you touched?
Apakah kalian tersentuh dia bilang. Kayaknya setelah gue translate kayak gitu, dengar suara gue kayaknya nggak bakal tersentuh. Gue merusak momen deh kayaknya. Maafkan saya ya. Aduh nanti kalau gue disu gimana nih.
To all of you staying with us watching this
Parker silakan menu prasmanannya dihadiri, dicicipi. Ada satu lagi katanya, one more thing. Ada satu surprise lagi, apa nih?
First and foremost,
apa?
the MediaTek Dimensity version.
Oh, ada versi MediaTek-nya 9000 sama 8100. Ini buat varian apa nih?
Flagship SoC. There have been a lot of good launches, for example, MediaTek 9000 and 8100. Those two have very strong performance and energy efficiency. Ever since the new launches, they have a very good word of mouth. Many Xiaomi followers asked us if we can have the similar MediaTek 9000. So with that request, we wondered whether we should go into it. Since there is a big call for it, we decided to act quickly. We made a quick decision and had a very quick approval to bring our followers a very good version with high performance.
Wow.
Because MediaTek 9000 has very good performance. We believe
Ya, gue udah coba sih di K50 Pro itu, Dimensity 9000.
So on top of Xiaomi 12 Pro, we have such a MediaTek Dimensity version. First of all, we changed the
12
engine,
Pro-nya.
the chipset. What did we change? We chose MediaTek 9000 Plus.
9000 Plus nih, ada embel-embel plusnya nih.
MediaTek 9000 Plus
Kayaknya khusus buat Xiaomi
an
kali.
upgraded version of MediaTek 9000. It has the TSMC 4nm process. So
4
we know that MediaTek
nanometer.
9000 has a very good starting point. Now with this upgrade, what else can we deliver? We have improved the CPU by 5% and
Yang
GPU
plus
by 10%.
ini katanya CPU lebih baik
For all of
improve
these
5%,
heavy loaded
GPU-nya 10%.
performances, they are now
Antutunya tuh beda sampai hampir
This
100.000.
score is an example.
Itu skor Antutunya tuh.
850,000 for MediaTek
Wow.
8100. For MediaTek 9000, it's 950,000. For MediaTek 9000 Plus, it's over 1 million. It's a top-level SoC. For such a very powerful SoC, we would love to strive for the summit performance. We decided to highlight heat dissipation. That's why we introduced the all-new 3D cooling system. You know
3D
that
cooling system.
that's the highest level of the cooling system today. So added
Katanya
by
ini
this system,
cooling
we can
system
release
terbaik
even
untuk
higher
sekarang
performance
nih.
if we
The
play
highest level
Honor
cooling
Kings
system.
for half an hour. With 120 frame rates, the temperature is very low. And for
Iya,
Genshin
betul.
Impact,
Upgrade
it could have
dari
59.4
MediaTek
FPS with a
9000
temperature of
jadi 9000 plus.
45.7 Celsius degrees at the maximum. So that's very strong performance. For your better customer experience, we have lengthened the battery life. So the DOU is
5160
1.21
mAh
days.
coy baterainya.
So with the MediaTek chipset, we could render very strong DOU. And this is the best quality screens with very good imagery quality. And we also have Sony's Imx 707 with very big sensor.
Masuk Indo atau enggak, gue nggak tahu guys. Kalian pantengin aja tuh IG-nya Xiaomi Indonesia. Kalau mau yang nggak jelas, pantengin aja IG-nya youtuber.cupu.
Calibration.
Oh, ini 12 Pro ya, yang bukan
Here
S
we
ya.
present you Xiaomi 12 Pro MediaTek Dimensity version. So what's
Xiaomi
the price?
12. Oh, 3999.
3,999.
Namanya Xiaomi
That's our
12
gift
Pro
to
MediaTek
the
version
Xiaomi
tuh katanya.
followers and fans. Next Tuesday, it will be firstly launched with very limited number. So please start booking very early online.
Ada IoT lagi tuh. AIoT.
Xiaomi has a strategy of smartphone AIoT. So with the smartphone
Ingat ya,
at the
yang
center,
MediaTek
we
version
would
ini nggak ada
aim to
embel-embel
connect
S-nya.
with the
Jadi cuman
smart
Xiaomi 12
devices.
Pro
With the smart
MediaTek
devices,
version.
we also aim to create a more intelligent life experience. Today we are bringing you
Xiaomi
three
Book
products.
Pro.
The first one is Xiaomi Book Pro. It's a 60-inch computer.
Aduh, pengen jajal nih guys.
Xiaomi Book Pro has been very well received.
Gimana ya cara
with its
kita
high-quality
kodein Xiaomi
screen
Indonesia
and
nih biar
very
gua pinjemin nih.
outperforming process. Now let's look at the display. How good is the display? It's the best ever Book Pro
4K
display. It's a 4K
display.
with very high clarity and
E4
resolution.
OLED.
And the E4 OLED
Buset, ini kok nggak ada sound effect-nya sih? Gue kasih deh. Mana nih? Keluar lagi nggak? Apa? Jeder.
has a
Telat lagi
very
gue
high
pencetnya.
capability.
For such a laptop, we have designed a touch
ganti
screen for
pemain
it.
nih.
Because usually we often use the tablets or phones, we like to touch the screen, and then we discover that it doesn't support the touch. So on such a premium laptop, we have designed a touch screen for our users. What are the benefits? So we can use it for our mobile
kelihatan
office.
gitu kayaknya tipis juga ya itu guys.
Select all these pictures and send to our cell phones. So we have create a better experience for our users to
Gila sih, ini kalau kayak gini Xiaomi sih pelan-pelan bisa nyalip iPhone ya. iPhone Apple ya.
Computer departments, we have integrated two departments together to improve their connection. And we have some changes emerged. First of all, we have, for the first time, realized the unified color between our smartphones and our laptops. For the same shots and pictures, they will show you the same level of the color and quality, because they have been using the same calibration systems as well as the algorithm and process.
Dia juga
and second of all,
benar-benar mempertimbangkan jangan sampai warna atau gambar yang ada di HP-nya pas dipindahin ke laptop beda warnanya. Makanya mereka katanya pakai color calibration yang sama gitu antara kedua layar, antara si laptop sama si HP-nya ini. Jadi ada konsistensi warna di antara kedua device-nya.
Significant change we have maintained. So this is the touch screen of the Xiaomi Book Pro we have just exhibited. Second of all, in terms of the design, we have using the CNC unibody process. For this time, for the appearance is quite thin. It's only 14.9 millimeters.
14,9 mili.
And compared with the same standards of the laptops, it's thinner and
16 inch
more
ya.
beautiful. And when we create the all-in-one experience, we have created all-new trackpad. For this trackpad,
ada trackpadnya juga.
as you can see, we can use to touch at the all cover of the trackpad. And meanwhile, we also have equipped it with a vibration feedback. And when you touch the trackpad, it feels really good.
Ada haptic feedbacknya juga nih, vibrationnya juga guys. Kayaknya mirip-mirip kayak si MacBook sih.
Give a lot of bad feedbacks about the trackpad. However, this time we have provided a brand new experience. In terms of the performance, for this laptop, it has
Dia pakai apa ya ini ya? Prosesornya ya. Penasaran gua.
The 12th generation of the P series high performance, and it has the 45-watt performance level, and has improved its performance 76%.
Belum terlalu jelas nih.
And for in 1 second, you can upload 80 Mbps.
Bacot nih, neket nih.
Pictures,
Siapa
and
sih?
meanwhile, in 3 minutes, we can process 423 GPG pictures tuning. And it supports 12 hours DOU, and also have a very large battery and a 100-watt charger. This is the Xiaomi Book Pro we present you today with the touch screen.
Xiaomi Book Pro 16
highly
OLED.
premium thin
Itu
laptop.
Intel Evo.
And it is approved by the Evo Intel
i5.
platform. And it is a very strict certification. As long as it has been approved by the Evo, you can buy it without any hesitation. For such a premium and thin laptop, what is the price? Let's have a look. Compared with the last generation, it has been changed into the 16-inch, and it's the 4K display, and with 76% higher.
Ini dia lagi
in terms
bandingin
of
sama
the
yang 15 inch
performance.
sama 16 inch.
It is thinner and
Coba
more
deh gue cek juga nih
delicate
berapa duitnya nih,
design.
penasaran gue. Berapa?
In terms of the price, we remain the same. It's still
64,999. 14,5 juta.
16-inch laptop, we have two provided to you.
Itu
We have
16 giga.
one, as you can see, is
512.
40.
Kalau yang versi RTX-nya tuh 8499.
Well, that is the RTX 2050 version.
Oh, itu
Well, for the
16 inch, ini ada yang 14 inch juga nih.
carry outside.
90 Hz.
Well, it is using the 2.8
2,8K
inch
OLED.
OLED true color display. Well, this true color display is quite excellent. 10 hours DOU compared with the 16-inch
Intel
laptop.
Evo juga,
It has
i5.
the same premium experience. It has 3 versions.
Tuh
We have
harganya
the
tuh.
starting price 5,899.
Harganya
we have the other
100
prices
yuan lebih
different,
murah dari Xiaomi
version.
12S Ultra untuk
As you can
varian
see,
terendahnya.
These are the all content of the Xiaomi Book Pro.
Yang
Moving
tadi
forward is about
sebelumnya
our
kali ya.
routers. About 2 years ago, we started to
Nah,
start off
ngomongnya Wi-Fi. Aduh, udah gak menarik
router,
nih kayaknya nih.
and we among top
Apakah
ones
kalian masih
in
bersama
this
gua,
industry,
guys?
with different prices, different
Aduh,
rate.
ada Hasna
And today
Muti
we present
Aji.
you the home Wi-Fi, and it is specially designed for the large size apartment. For this product, it is the tri-band mesh router designed for the large size department. Why we call it the tri-band? Because we have one special frequency band to support the mesh router special
Nggak ngerti nih, Bu, guys.
to maintain its fast
Ayo,
speed
kita
and
nyanyi lagi.
stability.
Mana nih?
That is the
Bapak-bapak yang
highest
tadi.
level of the mesh router. For each set, we have 2 routers. It will automatically connect it when we start a machine. Because some people will be
Ini
confused
harganya
by
14,5
the
juta,
installation
guys.
of the
Yang 16
routers.
inch.
But we don't
Wah,
have this problem. When you
luar
start
biasa
the machine,
banget
they
loh.
will automatically connect to each other. It is suitable for
Nyanyi lagi deh, Bang.
the larger
Siaul.
size, for example, 150
Jangan kangen
square
kalian
meters,
sama nyanyian gua
and
nanti.
to the largest extent of a 10
Skip dong, Bang, biar cepat. Mana bisa, Bobby
covering
David.
1,500 square meters. For a small and medium-sized company, if you buy 10 sets of the home Wi-Fi,
Aduh,
it can all
udah
cover
ngapain
the
nih, guys?
areas of your company. That is the most premium router
Udah
we have
lapar lagi, guys.
created
Gimana nih,
to
guys?
now. As you can see, it features excellent appearance. It can
Pakai
integrate
RTX apa,
with
Bang, tadi? Iya, gue juga
almost
penasaran. Tadi agak
700
kecil, nggak terlalu kelihatan.
Well, the
Nanti coba
wireless
cari aja di
communication rate
internet.
is AX 11,700, and it is equipped with 8 antennas and 8 signal amplifiers. We think it can support very strong signals. Apart from that, it has the inbuilt 2.5G internet access.
RTX 2050 nggak sih? Nggak tahu deh. Tadi ada
as you
yang
know that
oh
in
tuh ada
terms of
yang
the
bilang
routers,
juga tuh 2050.
we have
Mungkin ya benar kali itu, guys.
prepared you with the
2050
2.5
RTX.
internet access for the future upgrading. For this router, it also supports 600 smart equipments connection and has the inbuilt Bluetooth gateway. Can provide
Apa nih
a
review
very
12 Ultra,
stable
Bang? Nggak
network.
tahu gua, guys.
It is
Atau
equipped with
siapa tuh tadi yang
many
nanya?
functions.
Muhammad
First
Farhan.
is the quick connection. If you store the Xiaomi's applications, and there will be notice from your cell phone to ask you whether you want to connect it to it. And second is the NFC
Aduh,
connection.
ini gimana nih, guys? Kalian masih mau dengerin nggak? Apa kita
And you
sudahi
touch
saja?
your phone put your phone near to the routers.
Gue coba
then
cepetin
it
ya,
can be
bisa apa
connected
enggak ya?
with the
Nggak
router.
bisa, guys.
When your friends go to your home, there's no need to put into the password.
Udah nih, udah mau habis nih. Udah.
So
Sabar.
this is the tri-band mesh router we provided to
Udah, Bang,
you.
tidur aja ya.
For one side, we have 2
Gue
routers.
lapar doang sih sebenarnya. Gue habis ini lagi mau lanjutin
For such
ini,
high
guys.
premium
Mau lanjutin bikin skrip
and,
Poco
rate
F3
level
versus
of the
Poco
router, It is very
F4.
competitive. Let's look at the price.
Wow, nggak peduli
It's
harganya berapa.
1,499.
Tapi gue kasih sound effect aja deh.
And we welcome all of you.
Gue usahain
attention to
mungkin
this
lusa kali ya videonya ya. Jadi kalian tungguin aja.
And
Subscribe
here
buat
we
yang belum.
2 hours and 10 minutes of the launching event. The
Ada
last
4 topik
important
utama yang bakal gue bahas di video
product
itu.
is the Xiaomi brand 7 Pro.
Apa nih? Apa nih 7 Pro?
So this band is quite
Oh, Xiaomi Mi Band. Jam. Ya lucu ya, agak lonjong manjang gitu ya.
Isn't that beautiful? It features the metal texture frame with a square watch face. This display size has increased 84% compared
Ini
with
apa
the
nih? Ini
last
saingannya Apple
generation.
Watch nih ceritanya ya.
With such large
Gua nggak terlalu
size,
ngikutin sih.
it has over 100 kinds of the fashionable faces.
Bukan Mi
Our
Band kali.
team has
Ini Mi
made a lot
Band.
of efforts to produce that. We have designed colorful bands for our users. It also
Iya ya,
has
band
the
ya.
quick strap release function. So I strongly recommend you to buy
Tapi
a
ini yang
whole
Pro
set of the
version sih.
colors. You can match your
Gila
clothes
jauh
every
banget
day.
sama Mi Band 7 sama Mi Band 7 Pro. Ini kan udah bener-bener layarnya udah layar ini nih. Udah
Special
kayak
colors. One
Apple Watch
is
gitu.
the green, another one is the gray
Cius.
color. Personally, as you can see, I'm wearing the green one. For this band, it supports 117 kinds of professional sports mode and has the inbuilt 10 different intensified running courses, also help us and many other powerful functions. I would like to point it out.
Iya, ini
The
udah
first one,
kayak
it
jam
has the
tangan bener Partur. Udah bukan kayak band lagi.
Many
Keren
people
sih,
when doing
maksudnya
the
keren.
running, they don't like to
Cuman
carry
gue
the
agak
phones.
shock aja.
And if you wear the
Bedanya
band,
sama
they can
Mi Band
record
biasa
your
yang cuman
movement.
segaris gitu, tapi sekarang Pro versionnya udah banyak
second,
macam-macamnya nih
It
fitur-fiturnya.
features the NFC function, can
Ada
use
NFC.
for the bus, the subway, and public transportation.
Ini bisa
The NFC
tap-tap
is
kayak
also
biasa
the
yang gue
inbuilt
lakuin nih.
device. And next one is always on display. People like to see
Always
the
on display.
details on the display all the times. So with the always on display, the deal you will decrease.
Yang gue
Compared
yakin nih
with
pasti
our
baterainya
watch,
lebih
it can
lebih
light
tahan
for
banget
3
dibanding
days.
Apple Watch nih.
So it is welcomed by many users. For such a beautiful and powerful band 7 Pro, let's look
Buat
more
bayar itu lo nggak
photos.
yakin sih gue.
And the conclusion
Lagian
of the function.
biasa kan kalian
First,
pakai jam
the
tangan di
normal
sebelah
UU
kiri
is
kan.
12 days.
Kalian bayar itu gimana?
It has very powerful
Kalau lagi nyetir di sebelah kanan kan jendelanya kan.
We priced at
Tuh harganya. Oh, berapa tuh? 379, 379,
We welcome you
379.
to buy it. So
Hah?
we are almost come to the
850.000?
end of the launching
Ngeledek
event.
nih.
Let me share with you some
Di
information.
bawah 1 juta
We launched
guys.
7 products today. 3 are the imagery flagships of the 12S. We also have the 12S Pro, and also have the router, the band, and the MIDI-Tech, the Mansity version. In total, we have 8 actually.
850.000 itu hitungannya. Cuman ya kita belum tahu ya beneran selevel Apple Watch apa bukan ya.
Starting from 9 p.m. tonight, we can start the booking. And this official selling starting from July 6th, next Wednesday, starting from 10, we will launch the 12S and 12S Pro. And on Friday, we'll start Ultra. And for next Tuesday is the launch of the MediaTek, the Mansity version. I want to notice we have we have the smaller volume of the MediaTek one, so you can start your booking in advance. And you can already start buying the band as well as the router, and the laptop will be arranged at this Friday.
Laptop nih Jumat
Well,
ini
these are the
katanya.
8 products we have launched on today's event. You can take a shot of all the information and look after the details later part.
Udah ada
And
modus
today,
guys.
that will be the end of today's launch event. Thank you so much for your support.
Thank you ya guys yang udah temenin gua sampai selama ini 2 jam 25 menit.
本次发布会到此结束，感谢您的观看。
Oke. Sebelum cabut, siapa aja nih? Ada Fartur, siapa lagi? Yuk. Kita sapa-sapa. Fartur, almarhum Ilham, ya ampun namanya. S-Card, Android Tab. Siapa lagi? yang masih nemenin gue sampai sekarang. Ada Bagus Adi Firanata, ada Arya, halo, ada Rifan, ada Syaifuddin, ada Adrian Father, Erwin Saputra, Robin, Alex, siapa lagi? Ayo jangan malu-malu teman-teman. Sony, TSWD, Long Days, S1 Yundi, S Wahyudi, Muhammad Zaki, Ben, Ryuzaki, Ridwan, Eskart, Hendy, Jorgi, BP, aduh namanya susah banget sih, BPX Diki, Dekatilax, Rizal, Renaldi, Roshan, Okti, El Arbon, Bolt, Hashbi, Zaril, Zaki, Sonic, Retos, Binmas, Doten, Jajang, Zaki, Ben, Robin, Raditya. Thank you ya teman-teman. El Mirza, Victor, Jordan, semuanya thank you ya. Bang Hen, Ahmad Fakih, thank you, bye bye. Thank you juga yang buat udah donasi ya, bye bye.